Good evening, everybody! We have with us Walker, Jim Jones, Martin Luther, and Thodrian. I have it on good authority that Brune and the other guy may be joining us later. Someday I'll remember the other guy's name. Billy! Billy's his name. See, I told you I'd remember. This night's episode brought to you by Polar Star from Momac Brewing, and when that glass kicks, a bottle of the finest dragon's milk from New Holland Brewing. And, as always, these are not paid endorsements. I am not getting anything out of this except the sweet, sweet taste of bourbon and porter.
But they probably should pay you.
Last time, on Hoarding Dragons, our party somehow managed to survive a group of 3 trolls. That's really about it. I mean, there was some shenanigans involving the luggage eating and spitting people out, and the guy they flayed a foot off of betrayed them. Surprise, surprise, what happens when you abuse people. And then they killed him.
No, Snickle killed him. I had nothing to do with that. I was completely innocent.
But for the important context, our heroes had been traveling up the Sword Coast, chasing after the Cult of the Dragon to find out what's been happening to treasure looted across the southern portion of the Sword Coast, arrived at a ruinous castle in a swamp, found their way into the basement, and accidentally teleported themselves across a large chunk of the continent into the Grey Peak Mountains outside of Parnast. Here they found themselves near what appears to be a cult hideout in an old hunting lodge, and, as previously mentioned, 3 trolls. The trolls appeared to work for the cult, and in spite of all that, in spite of no realistic attempt to actually negotiate or anything like that, just a bunch of attempts to threaten and intimidate larger, more physically impressive specimens than themselves, They managed to not die, and then they fled into the woods and slept. And that's where we pick things up, with the party hiding outside of the hunting lodge, having rested up, while they hear the sounds of the cultists hunting for them in the woods around them.
This is perfect time, comrades. They have all left cottage. We will go burn it now.
We have a long way to go.
We may want to investigate that lodge to see if, since the portal popped us out right there, maybe there's a way to get back.
Of course there is way back. We walk.
Do you want to walk that entire length?
There is much beer between here and there.
And if you run out of beer?
There is more beer. Okay, I have no idea.
Let's do some scouting.
If you run out of beer, it's going to be a bad time for all of us.
It does make sense for once.
And about that time is when Jim probably remembers that, wait a minute, his donkey and cart aren't here.
Oh, son of a bitch, we must find Portal. That donkey will find me and kill me.
Why is all the beer gone?
Why is the almost gone?
No, you do not understand. If Donkey runs out of wine, we will all die.
What have you done to the donkey?
It is ancient Eldritch Peck. He must have wine.
How did you...
Let's go find it.
Oh, Motto. What the hell? Okay. Yeah. Let's go and investigate that cottage.
Oh,
All
Not on a one.
Fuck! I'd be surprised if I could see the cottage. I'm probably looking at the wrong... Yeah, I'm probably looking like the wrong way. Like, no, where is this cottage?
Yeah, he saw a little rock a couple of feet away, and he's like, "How did the cottage get that small?
Who lives here?
I don't understand this."
So we have some attempts to navigate, I see.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I'm trying to perceive if the cottage is actually appearing to be abandoned for the time being.
Wouldn't you first have to get there from where you've hidden?
Yeah, we done.
Well, in that case, I'm trying to perceive if there are any other trolls that want to kill us around.
That's a good thing to be looking out for. You're pretty sure there are no other trolls nearby. You can hear people still hours later beating the bush, so to speak, looking for whoever did kill the trolls.
Okay.
Occasional mentions of Trepsin was apparently... You are able to learn from listening in on these guys that Trepsin was apparently the name of the four-armed troll. Yeah, they actually had a name for the guy.
Oh, shit. We might have wanted to actually talk to him instead of throw fireballs at him.
I tried to. He didn't want to listen.
Because
I asked him a simple question.
He didn't find you all that intimidating.
Shows what he knew.
Given how many of your ribs he ate, I'm not sure that it did.
And I
mean,
still
even I
managed to
ate
kill
one
him.
of your ribs.
And I still managed to kill him.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we just go a roundabout way to avoid the people that are currently beating the bushes for us and make our way back to the cabin.
All right, give me stealth checks, everybody, since I assume you don't want to get caught.
I'm good at those.
I'm glad you are. The rest of us are gonna suck.
I mean, it's kind of, even if I get a nat 1, I still get a 10.
How about a 6?
And our friend Thodrian in his clanky armor.
On it. Yep.
He has disadvantage then, wouldn't he?
I do.
Shit.
The only reason I'm not on disadvantage is I'm wearing mithril.
And in spite of that, you
He did
know,
better than me.
he uses the sounds of a drunken dwarf stumbling through the trees to hide all of the noise generated by his metal armor.
I have an idea.
Obviously, every now and then they
drunken
have to
dwarf,
remind.
and I'm sitting there and timing my steps and movements with his lurching, so that it's in sync.
I have an idea. If we start drawing attention, I'm going to take the noise that he's making, and I'm going to use my scroll of minor illusion to cast it as far away from us as possible.
That is a neat trick. That is actually a good idea. Fortunately for you, however, you get to hold on to that scroll for a little bit because, and this is the amazing thing, more than half of you didn't fail.
Yes.
You didn't all succeed, but since more than half of you didn't fail,
I can change that.
You stop it. You stop it now.
hopefully that loads.
I think I'm the only one that's still wondering how that walk is not abandoned. It's a tiny cottage.
Yep. It's like, why are we walking away from the cottage? It was right there.
Yeah. It's like, guys, we're going in the wrong direction.
Ooh,
And then suddenly
lighting.
we're at the giant cottage, and wow, light ray tracing. That took a minute.
Yep. I decided I didn't want to try and turn it all off. We'll see whether or not it works and then turn it off if necessary.
Alright, cool.
You are able to make it unopposed up towards the front door. I'm double checking since I'm sure it'll be a question. There does not appear to be any other obvious entrance from the... Well, no, there is a back door. I don't know why that looked like a window at first to me. So you could either approach from the front or the rear.
I want to approach from the front, but I'm going to
I'll take the rear.
try to look through this window to see if I see anything.
So Jimmy is wanting to take the rear.
Yeah, I guess I'll go around this way to get to the rear. Or I'm assuming I can go around this direction, despite the fact that the map doesn't go much further that way.
Okay, there we go. Hold on. Stop moving your mini. I'm going to...
Oh, that works.
He's gone.
I'm in the rear.
Is anyone else going to go the rear route with him?
He's gonna need
I'll go, but in the opposite direction. Meet him at the back.
So Thodrian and the Nuker taking the front, and the two bumbling dice rollers in the back.
The luggage should go with one of them.
Yeah, send the luggage with us. We need it.
Yeah. Not only that, it doesn't have a dragon in it that thinks I'm its mommy and Jim Jones is its uncle.
Yeah,
Uncle,
we'll need
Godfather, something like that.
Yeah, we'll need a MacGuffin with our dice rolls.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay.
All right, and quick question on our traversing around, did we notice what looked like to be anyone in this place, or is...
The windows are fairly small, although you should be able to look through the ones nearest you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything, Thodrian. You got anything?
I'm going to go ahead and give you the luscious box text you have so richly earned.
Ooh, box text.
This ancient building has a wooden plaster upper floor with a fieldstone lower floor. Its shuttered windows are all closed, despite the fact that they're rendered as open on the map that was provided by the same people who wrote this book. So
we should be able to see through the windows.
They're closed, but wide open. Apparently.
That makes sense. I can work with that.
It's magic.
The roof is completely overgrown with moss. A single door stands slightly ajar at the front. Smoke pours from one of 3 large chimneys. Yada yada yada. That was the trolls they dealt with. Now they're suddenly having me jump back and describe the portal stones.
portal stone?
The thing you came through?
Oh,
But-
okay.
Yeah.
They don't tell me whether or not this is in front of the house or behind the house. Way to
Oh,
go,
so
guys.
It dumped us out. It didn't just dump us out randomly. It dumped us to a predetermined location that happened to be a stone.
There were... I described it back then that there were these mossy stones kind of laid out around where you appeared.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
teleportation circles.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
What I'm saying,
I
what I'm
was-
saying. See, I skipped past the portal stones, and I've gotten to the next bit of text that you've earned, and I'm going, is this in front of the house? Is this behind the house? It doesn't say.
Well, let's apply simple logistics and say they're smart enough to face their front door towards the teleporty thingy.
Well, yes, the front door faces the teleport thingy. I'm talking about the next thing,
Oh,
which is not the front door. There are two
Oh.
things before we even get to the front door.
nice.
Oh, shit.
Or the back door. However, I'm going to use a little bit of logic and say that both of these outbuildings, there are two outbuildings behind the lodge over on the Jim Jones Martin Luther side of the building. One which is a stone outbuilding with a mossy roof and no windows. Solid oak doors are at either end and 9 feet tall. The whole thing resembles a small barn.
Okay.
Don't get that unless you try to open the doors. So, yes, there's this little small barn thing back there with you. And it doesn't get any text whatsoever for me to read off about the other outbuilding that it explicitly states is there. In fact, it's pretty close to this item right here, which is a well.
Okay.
There are two outbuildings.
One's
you
a
care
tiny
about them.
stone barn.
One of them's a small stone barn. The other is roughly the same size. Also has two doors. Larger doors. Double doors, in fact.
Can I roll an insight check to see if I can make a reasonable guess on what those might be?
Sure.
22.
Judging from their positioning, the notion that this might is probably some kind of a hunting lodge. You're familiar with those from silly human societies where rich snobs hire on professional hunters to give them the experience of going on a hunt without actually having to do any of the work.
Okay, so this is probably like
So
horses and dogs.
the first one, the one with the smaller doors, you're thinking is probably a hunting kennel.
Yep,
And
dogs
the one
stay
with the
fuck away
two
from that.
and the one with the big large doors is probably a stable.
And horses are even more evil than dogs. Stay the fuck away from that. Gotcha.
Now, nothing more I need to say. Looking in through the front windows is a small. Thodrian and Walker, you can see a small chamber with pegs along the walls and benches. It looks like a convenient place for people to, take on and off their outdoor wear.
All right.
And resting in a corner you can see some rusty spears.
Okay.
And being held, apparently this is very important, they're being held in the claw of a small drake statue sitting on the floor.
Huh. Okay. Rusty spears in the hands of a clawed drake statue. Okay. Thodrian, you ready to try the door?
Yep.
All right.
Go up to
I'm
the
gonna
door.
open. All right.
Door unlocked.
Door is actually hanging slightly ajar.
Oh, there we go. Open it up.
And Billy
Hey,
has
everybody.
joined us.
And it explodes.
Just
Yeah,
so that
she
it
made
lights
us
up
up
for
for
everybody. So Billy joined up, so
Yay!
Billy,
No,
do you want to be on front door squad or back door squad?
Uh,
Actually, no, since you came in late, you're getting horked out by the luggage. Them's the rules. As the
He-
luggage
he's-
suddenly rattles open and expels a Billy behind Martin.
That works.
Do I have to give a check for that? Just like, what the hell?
At this point, we're used to
At
the
this
luggage.
point,
You know-
it's something to be expected.
You
Hang on,
can-
can I roll to fondle Martin as I come out?
I think if
We're
he does that,
gonna
I will
go-
have to make a check.
We're gonna go with no on the fondling. However, go ahead and give me a wisdom save with advantage because, as was mentioned, you're kind of used to it at this point.
The luggage just vomits out random party members. That's what it does.
You
Loves
know,
Yeah.
random parties.
probably a little moment of being startled, but nothing significant. Nothing, like it's like, oh, right, the luggage. He was in there.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Okay.
All right, now
Okay,
Before
so
It's just Billy.
I hate to ask, but is there a keyhole on these doors that I can look through to try and scope out what's inside this next room?
do they actually discuss such a notion? I would honestly say that for that interior door, and given what I know of the history of the lodge, it would make sense for them to be able to lock that door separately. So yes,
Mhm.
there would be a keyhole that you could look through. And while you're doing that, I assume Martin, Billy, and Jim start to converge on the back door.
Yep. I'm gonna check each of these windows as I come by.
Alright, just so
I
that
I see a sliver of it.
you can. Womp.
Ooh, yeah, I
So-
noticed people. We got people in here.
How many?
I saw. I think it was. Yeah,
Can
I only see one as I
Okay.
make my cross. I see one.
So, I'm gonna make another stealth check to kind of peel into the windows, just to.
Sure.
And in fact, having seen that one, I'm gonna move myself here, so I'm not directly in front of a damn window.
So, with a 24,
Yeah,
Do
that you can easily slip up and get a good peer through. In fact, I'm gonna pop your token inside the room because
okay,
you're just for that moment so that you could see the whole thing.
okay,
Because you're able to get a
Alright.
pretty darn good look through the room with that.
all right, all right. So,
Yeah, I'm
So-
not gonna try that.
Walker, give me a
Depend-
perception check since you are looking through just a keyhole.
Perception, okay. Let's see here. Perception.
As
There
we
we go.
get very boring and technical.
Phew. Damn. For once, we're being cautious and we're not just blitzing through.
That's all right. I'm starting to formulate some kind of.
I was
bulk
about to
plan.
say, are we not about to do that? Because I was also thinking of a plan.
So
I mean, I'm gonna serve myself up as a distraction, so it's gonna be good.
through
Oh.
the keyhole, you can see straight ahead are fairly wide staircase going up. What appear to be a couple of human-sized stone statues at the base of the stairs. And from the angles you can get, that's probably all you can spot of the room.
Alright, so what I'm thinking now is I'm going to stand off to the side out of sight and use Mage Hand to open the door.
Alright.
So I'm just going to throw that for posterity. Mage Hand, 30 feet. And it should be able to not only turn the doorknob, but push it open. I don't figure that would
Yeah, it's a well-balanced,
overexert it.
Nope, that would be well within the limits of what it can do.
Okay,
So you're pushing open the door. I assume
And I'm
Thodrian's not
doing-
objecting to this.
I'm doing it slowly, so as to try to kind of glance into the spots that I didn't see. After, of course, filling him in on what little I did see.
And Thodrian?
I'm following in behind.
All right. Billy. Now that you've kind of gotten your bearings and can see Martin and Jim being all sneaky at this back door. Oh God, Billy's dead.
No, Billy.
He died so
young. Sorry, my mic was off. I was talking to the wife. So the biggest thing is, would Billy... One, does he know why the fuck they're sneaking around? And two, would he care?
He was there when you first came out of the portal. You can recognize the general structure of this building as being that hunting lodge you spotted back before the trolls attacked, and eventually the luggage ate you temporarily.
So we can probably surmise that we're trying to find a way back, since we're, way out in the middle of the sticks.
Or at least investigating what the hell's up with the damn lodge.
Yeah, that too.
And don't worry, Jim Jones is about to do a classic distraction.
Alright, so once I get just following their lead for the moment, Billy, as you get your bearings?
Yeah, I'm just gonna move over here.
Alright, then as Walker and Thodrian are maneuvering into the room that Walker's just opened up on, are any of you carrying weapons drawn right now?
The best I've got is maybe a staff, but nothing out and, nothing pointy.
I was gonna say I have my shield, but I don't have my weapon drawn in a menacing manner.
It's at the ready, but not in your hand. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jim. Do your shenanigans.
I'm gonna need to do a religion check to recall everything I remember about the Cult of the Dragon. And it's nothing.
They like dragons.
Okay.
Can I tag in with that to help them?
Yeah, you're a fellow.
That is a fair point. I don't know how much Jim Jones is sharing.
I'm about to inform them that I'm going to start pounding on the door like I actually belong here, going, "Hey, I'm thirsty."
Hey, except I actually have an idea. So, before you do that, at least give me a chance for the idea.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will admit, if you could bluff, that one is... I know I have an 8 to persuasion, so that may help some. But knowing me and my history, probably not.
It's the critical roll. It's always a 1.
I was thinking more we more or less just I pop open this window right here and just have Billy throw some liquor at the dude, because
oh God, no.
not demon liquor. Not demon liquor.
No, if we have Billy throw liquor, he will throw demon ichor. We are not giving him that.
I have a simpler idea. Y'all know the meme where Ralph Wiggum's throwing himself through the window? Yeah, Billy's about to do that.
Okay, let's not do that. Let's not. We don't know if he's violent or not.
If we want to pop through a window, we can have Martin come pop through this window while I'm pounding on the door going, "Hey, I'm thirsty."
That does make Jim Jones. Yeah, that does make Jim Jones a good distraction.
That would, okay. So I could
sneak
behind him.
I'm gonna keep Billy next to me because he can save my ass. And do we happen to have any regalia of the dragon cult in the luggage and any of the corpses we tossed into Snuffles?
Do I still have a few fingers of the cultists?
Fingers don't count.
You actually...
Hey, you never know.
You actually did way backwards.
I have dragon talismans.
Since you asked the question, and hell, I didn't even have to remember entirely for you, Martin had made a point of gathering up some of the talismans back at the cave, way back when. And you guys had stuffed in some of the regalia you found along the way, although you destroyed the best regalia with the stupid trap of delaying the game.
Yep.
That kind of derailed an entire session.
Okay, so I'm going to...
So you and Billy toss on some regalia.
Grab some of those medallions.
Martin's going for sneaking in that window.
Was Martin able to help me?
Yes, I was going to get to that one. So what you're able to remember between the two of you, as Jim Jones is like, all right, so I remember they like dragons. I'm gonna fake like I'm one of them and I'm thirsty. That should be easy for me. And I want a dragon's milk. And Martin's just sitting there, hands in his head in his hands, crying to his gods. All of them.
This is not what I died for. This isn't what I died for. Yes, it is.
Billy.
Oh, God, no. This is what you have me suffering for. Oh, no.
Billy's trying to think, how the fuck do you milk a dragon?
Do not get ideas.
Jim Jones will think of a way, and you won't like it. Okay.
Do not think of a way.
Anywho, Martin is able to provide some of the basics, reminding you of the hand gestures that you guys saw just yesterday, where Flayed Foot Boy was signaling to the trolls that he was with the cult, as well as that they're big on worshipping Tiamat, who is the chromatic goddess of the evil dragons.
Okay.
I have her beautiful miniature around here somewhere, but I don't know where it is right now.
And before I pound on the door, I'm going to use thaumaturgy on myself to double my voice, just to make sure everyone here hears me.
Okay, that might be a bad idea, seeing as how I'm sneaking into a room with two doors.
No, that is good.
That's why it's a good thing.
I'm drawing everyone to me.
If everyone's looking here, no one's looking here, and also by being as loud as possible, your friends in the front know that there's a game going on in the back. So it makes sense, and it would make sense to Martin as well. In his devious, thievy mind.
All right, Billy's just gonna push his face against the glass then, like he's trying to peek in.
Okay, don't.
No, he's just looking at it while Jim is pounding on the fucking door.
Yeah, he's looking for a drink. Like, come on, we're thirsty.
Yeah, I'm right here smashing my face against the window.
Then I'm gonna pop into this window then.
And as soon as that starts happening, I'm just up on the door. Boom, boom, boom.
I assume the window was unlocked and I could open it?
Yep.
Okay. So sneaking my way over to the door.
Alright, so if I may be given a minute to do a little bit of narrative. Because we're trying to coordinate a whole bunch of things all at once. So, first, right as Martin's slipping through the windows, just so that Brune sees a pair of leather boots slipping into a building, while Martin is hearing the luggage kind of go spilling a a druid out onto the ground in front of it. Jim Jones starts hollering his head off about beer pounding on the back door, which Thodrian and Walker hear as they're clearing and entering this room. If the game would let me move both miniatures, that would be appreciated. Thank you. And I'm now able to point out those two green things to either side of you, Walker, are freestanding suits of elven plate armor, coated in chipped green paint.
That's the good shit.
I can't wear plate armor, can I?
No, but I can.
All of us can sell
So
it.
Jim is yelling. Billy can see this guy getting up off his ass and kind of moving towards the door. Martin is able to spot that through the keyhole. Martin, the room you're in, just really quickly, all it's got in it is pretty much what you see, a couple of beds and a writing desk. They're in your quick sweep. There didn't appear to be any drawers or cupboards on the writing desk, although obviously in the speed you're using, you didn't have time to actually check it for hidden compartments or anything. Just a quick glance at the room. 3 beds, nowhere to store personal belongings, and a writing desk with no apparent anything. And then you're peeking through the keyhole as the cultist, hand on his sword, but not drawing it, reaches for the doorknob.
Alright, I'm gonna try my best to open the door in sync with Jim's pounding on his door.
Right, when the guy is got his face straight on the door to see who's behind it, I'm imagining.
Yeah.
What would be the rate?
I would like to do an insight on these statues.
Alright.
To see how statuey
I'll
they
allow
are.
it. Oh, he has some very interesting looking statues that look like statues. However, both Thodrian and Walker get to make perception checks, or whatever it's called nowadays.
Perception.
No, the insight was a good call too. And because you were already suspicious, Walker rolled that at advantage. So roll it one more time. Why were you rolling at disadvantage, Donut?
Because I clicked on disadvantage for the stealth, and I never clicked off of it.
Okay, well, we're taking your first roll.
Okay.
There's a perception at advantage.
It's definitely better than an at 1.
Yeah.
And you are both able to notice, while they don't seem to react to your presence, the very loud banging from Jim Jones. The statues at either side of the staircase, which you can now see are stylized demons, flinch ever so slightly, almost imperceptibly, and their eyes shifting back towards where the sound is coming from.
Did I startle statues?
Before they return to a perfectly still state.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, so we've got a case of iron golems.
These are the statues, not the suits of plate armor.
Oh,
Right.
I know.
Just for
I was making a reference toward Ziggy's game.
Ah, fair enough.
So
You're not facing Hainer.
we need to stay quiet.
So while you're thinking about that, Jim,
Yee.
as you're pounding and ranting, the door suddenly opens, and there's a gentleman backing away from the door, hand on his sword, but not drawing it.
Oh, comrade. Comrade, come down. I'm thirsty. I have been busy. Come. Come.
And he's flashed his fingers rapidly at you,
All right, what do I
forming
need
some
to
kind of a
roll?
sign. I would say that this is definitely a case for, since you just discussed it with Martin, I would go with insight.
Can I go? Is that? I'm gonna go ahead and just pop
21?
my character in.
The hand signal
He's
from
making
the elf.
he's making one of the hand signals, and you recognize it well enough to remember the counter signal based on your discussion with Martin.
Haha. So, stepping in, like I own the place, I give the counter signal and just start immediately looking around. Where is the beer? I have not had good beer in days.
And
Well,
as you're doing that, you notice that Martin has just slipped in the door to your left. And the cultist starts heading off in this direction, muttering something about dwarven help always needing more rations.
Haha.
You're just the
It's
hell.
very true, comrades. Hearty stomachs and liver need much feeding. Come, come.
How did you?
And I give him a pat on the shoulder, whatnot, you know.
Sure, sure. Since he hasn't gotten a chance to speak yet, Brune.
Pick myself up off the ground, brush myself off, and I look around and try to figure out where I am.
You appear to be outside that hunting lodge that you teleported to. You can hear all of the stuff that we've been describing. You know, the loud, boisterous Jim Jones distraction. You'd swear if you didn't know any better, the luggage was panting at you like a happy dog, as if it had done something good just now.
It spit up the Brune. It did a good thing.
It spit up. It also
Had
spit
it
up the
on
belly. So
lid, and then walk over to Billy. What happened to the big ones? And are we breaking into this place?
I'm pretty sure the luggage ate one. I'm pretty sure Jim ate another one, and I don't know what's going on here.
Other than you guys could now walk in.
The door you're at wouldn't even let you see any of the hand signal, Walker.
All right.
Well, there goes that idea.
From the fog that I left on my breath, I'm going to draw a little heart before I walk in.
Okay.
Well, in that case,
So
I'll
that's
just
our
open
back.
the door.
Walker's opening the door. Thodrian.
I'm sliding up behind him, keeping an eye on
Our stony
old
friends.
demon statue thing.
All right, here we go. That door leads into a hallway.
You have a
Holy
hallway.
shit.
You found a hallway.
Bum, bum, bum.
As he finally makes it over to... That looks enough like a cask. He's over here drawing out a beer from... Okay, the stupid dwarf wants a beer, he'll give him a beer. Just shut up already. God damn, they're loud.
Boom. And of course, how good does that beer look?
Let's see. For these guys, you're probably talking about some... It's a step above schlock.
So nothing I'd be really willing to dunk my head in.
Yeah, it's... You're probably talking in between, say, like, Miller High Life and Yingling.
Ugh.
You can drink it. It has a percent ABV.
Yeah. It'll get the job done. But of
Not
course,
only that, can't you make it more alcohol-y?
I can later after many steps. But Jim will, of course, take the target he's dipped out, throw it back in one drink, slam it down, and go, "Now, where is the beer? You give me water." Ha ha ha!
I'm
Grab
just
a
gonna
flask off his hip and go, "Try my whiskey."
Yeah, while he's doing all that, I'm just gonna be sneaking my way over to him.
Oh, and when my thaumaturgy starts to run out, because it only lasts about a minute, and it's only an action to cast with no real components, I'll just drop it again to redouble my voice.
All right. So, just a quick narration, and then we'll pop over to Thodrian and Walker as they're exploring their hallway. The cultist happily takes your whiskey and takes a big slug of it before taking the time to look around and notice that he didn't let in one person, but from his perspective, 1, 2, 3... You said you were sneaking, so go ahead and give me a stealth check while we figure out what you might be sneaking behind. Assuming you didn't choose to abandon that when you got into a relatively open situation.
No, I'm still trying to make my way to it sneakily. So if I would have to hide, heal, I can.
Wow, actually, given his check...
Oh god, I failed, didn't I?
No. Try the reverse of that for a change.
Oh God!
You super passed?
You somehow manage, despite the fact that you're there, you just seem so much like part of the environment that he doesn't really register you. His eyes just slide over you. Like,
I
Our
don't,
Mata has
okay,
rescue.
I
There's-
don't know if I have reached peak stealth or if I
Or
have,
the whiskey's
or
kicking
I
in.
have no, or if I have somehow came into the game and I'm just being ignored.
I mean,
So-
I'd say that whiskey kicked in. Maybe I handed him the wrong vial, and it was that stuff I got from the homeopathy guy that I was not sure was
Told you not to
water.
drink those.
It worked again.
Oh,
who are demons? And on that note, while you think up a response to who's demons, Walker and Thodrin, you found a nice little hallway. You can hear Jim Jones's voice booming from over here, which is presumably why you decided to investigate the other direction. Do you want to go down or to the right?
I don't know. I'm thinking down, just to
Down.
knock that out, just to clear it out.
I go
As-
ahead and test the door. Does the door feel like it's unlocked?
Let me double check. I believe. Is there actually anything? Yeah, so
'Cause from
there's
what I
no
saw,
reason to.
this whole
All right, so
room-
yes,
Seems like it looks like a study, so I'm thinking maybe we might be able to find some information in here.
there's the door is well maintained but not locked. It's pretty easy for you to slip it open and walk in if you so desire.
Alright, I'm down to walk in.
And
And what you guys find in there is a room stacked with blankets, sheets, various animal furs, tablecloths, flags, banners, and rolled up rugs. You found the linen.
Alright, so
So that's where you start the fire.
no,
let's
don't burn
let's
my
keep this room in
password.
mind, and
Yes.
I'm thinking just drop down into this room.
Peeking through the keyhole?
You know what? Yeah, I think well, I did see quite a bit from the keyhole, or not from the keyhole, from the window. So
From this
pretty
window
much
back
everything, pretty much everything except this corner, I was able to see as I passed it.
Alright, so you pop on into there.
Yay! I'm not dead yet.
There
Alright, I'm gonna go
is,
ahead
so-
and what do we got?
What we have here, and I'll give you this description, and give you a chance to think about what you want to do as I pop back to the other half of our group.
Alright.
The stout beams overhead are stained black with smoke. A comfortable table and chairs, a small wardrobe, and a suit of dull black armor stand in the room. Dull black armor is over here. A tapestry shows 3 hounds dragging down a white boar, and it shimmers with strange light. So I'll let you think about that and contemplate what you want to do as I ask, how does Jim Jones respond to who's them's?
Well, as he notices Billy and Brune over there, he's like, who's them's? Jim Jones just gives a chuckle, grabs the target that the cultist gave me, dips out another mug of ale with that target, pulls one of the targets off his hip off, dips out another mug, slams the first one on the table somewhere, points to Billy. This is my brother. He is, how you say, soft. Points to the head. Other is one who care for him. He needs big man because sometimes my brother, he gets crazy. He's very good when you point him at people you don't like. Waves brother over. Come, brother, have drink. He's good, yes. Downs another half target. and motions for the cultists to have more whiskey. Go drink. We are sharing.
As I walk over, I'm deliberately knocking over walking into chairs and knocking them over. I gotta sell it.
He's a little clumsy, but you point him at people you don't like, and leans over to the cultist and, whispers in a booming voice that can be heard everywhere, but seems like a whisper. You'll just tell them that they insult his mother. He goes crazy. You're lucky to find pieces left. It is great.
When he's doing all that, I'm still just gonna sneak up to him and just get behind him. Like, this is my end goal. Get behind him.
You're gonna gank the dude. I'm getting drunk. You know what? I don't care.
Actually,
it gets the job done.
That is my exact intention. Yes.
Hey,
why does everything end in murder with you people? There are
Who
so
said
many
anything about
options in
both?
life.
I haven't killed anything yet.
I mean, we're still in a position where we can get through this without killing anyone.
Yeah, I can gank him without murdering him.
Hey,
let's just get him drunk. Trust me, I can outdrink him.
I was actually just gonna put a sword to his throat.
Let's not, because that's immediate. Now my entire act is wasted. But you can
would
get
go
up those
try
stairs.
to investigate something.
All
Try
right.
to do some recon.
Like, you can get up those stairs, Martin, and see what else we're dealing with before we decide to go murder Hobo and find out there's like an army upstairs.
I should find out whether or not those are stairs up or stairs down.
Yeah. This one here, down or up?
That I'm checking that now to find out whether those stairs go up or down. The stairs that Martin is next to go down.
Still worth checking.
The stairs that are across from those stairs go up. Down to Undertown, up and away.
I can draw his vision over to this angle, Martin, so you can get around and go up. Or you got that. No, that's a window, not a door behind
Well,
you.
That is a door behind him.
Okay, that is a door.
While you guys discuss that, perhaps in the text chat, what the strategy ought to be for your side, within the limits of what y'all can, do without using actual communications with each other. Thodreen and Walker are talking about doing a little bit of investigating.
Yeah. I think this carpet needs to die. Apparently we're not killing enough.
We're not killing enough things.
There's mites in the carpet, right? If I cleanse it with fire, it'll kill something.
Let's try and find a way back before we do that. Not that I'm against arson, but, we kind of need to find our way back.
This
None of
looks
us
like
are
a
against
gigantic
arson.
study office thing. Is there anything over on this table or in the table drawers?
They bizarrely decided to, They bizarrely decided not to bother talking about what's on all of those bookshelves and those desks and everything, which seems silly of them. So I'm going to attempt to ad-lib that based off of other information I have. And the first few things you find are basically notations that confirm what you've already learned earlier about, the cult's basically funneling a bunch of shit through that castle you came, using the teleportation circle. But it doesn't really discuss why. There are passing references to the nearby town of Parnast. And also what appears to be, a bill of sale for something called a helmed horror.
I don't suppose my investigation check is enough to determine that the Helm of Horror might be the thing that's in the room with us.
Not Helm of Horror, Helmed Horror. And in fact,
check.
As a sorcerer, I'm going to argue that the investigation check was enough for you to notice the magical aura emanating off of the dull black metal suit standing in this corner. which
So
is
we've got-
indeed helmed. But it
We've
doesn't
got
appear to
two
be
rooms
attacking
with
you.
potentially an eldritch horror in them.
There's also that beautiful tapestry.
What does my investigation check tell me about that tapestry, or do I need to do another one separate for that? Because I rolled the investigation with the intention of the entire room, but if I need another one,
you are certain, and this should come as no surprise since it's literally a shimmering tapestry that is emitting light. Yes, it too pings as magical to you.
God damn, where are they getting all this shit? I can barely get scrolls. What the fuck? They've got a murder machine in here with us and a tapestry that glows and emits its own light. What the fuck?
That's called loot.
You know, if he were there, Jim would have a good point. But unfortunately, somebody decided to split the party.
Do I have enough?
That wasn't mine.
Should I roll an insight to see if it could pay off for any kind of, you know? I mean, obviously it's expensive, but would it pay off magically for me as well?
Probably. It's a giant magic tapestry.
That's gotta
All right,
be
we're gonna hold on to this room and not burn it to the ground, and we'll just bring the luggage back later and toss it in.
Okay,
Have to
so
claim the place for our own bed and breakfast.
other team, to bounce back for a second, have you guys come to a conclusion as to just what you're going to do to the poor innocent cultist who hasn't done anything wrong? He's freaking given you. He's given you drink.
With him. We're just gonna drink with him. I think Brood's gonna talk with him about bullywog recipes.
Like he's actually turned to a bread and cheese spread and started making little dishes for you guys.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
now I'm gonna feel bad.
Yeah, no, we can't kill him now. He feeding us.
To be fair, I did not say I was gonna kill him.
Well, he already offered us drinks, so now we're
He's going to
like bound by the
proselytize
laws of
him.
hospitality.
Even worse.
Yep.
Yes,
Now
I was
you need to continue your
I was
investigation.
going to gag him and tie him to a chair and proselytize to him. Well, Billy proceeds to have fun with the peely feet.
Or
why don't you
here's
save that for
the
like the guy
thought.
in charge?
Since we've all shared demonic or liquor, we must all have some psychic link.
Don't do
Okay,
that.
that's a little too much of an attempt to cheese.
Don't proselytize to him. Continue your investigation and let the dwarf distract him.
Fine. I'll go through sneak through the door behind me.
Hey, you know what goes really well with the bread and cheese spread? Liquor.
I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? You're absolutely
Hold
right.
on. Let Martin talk. Let Martin talk.
I was fully prepared for you to finish that sentence with healed feet. I'm pleasantly surprised by the
end. Oh, I hate you people. I hate you all.
So he should take a shot, huh?
He's taking another.
He's
Jim.
got my whiskey.
Jim,
Yeah.
give me a wisdom check. And while you're doing that, Martin, investigating down that corridor by using the same logic that Walker did of wait a minute, keyholes, let me glance through them.
Yeah.
You're able to rapidly rule that these two rooms look like they appear to be bedrooms of some sort, but not to have been inhabited recently. In fact, there's a cobweb growing inside of one of the keyholes.
Oh, okay.
So they have not been put to use recently.
Okay. I'm gonna head to this one then.
Peering through there, you can see open doors, Here and here, you also see a couple of very demonic-looking statues flanking a staircase going up.
Okay.
There's also a closed door.
Do I immediately recognize them as statues? Because let's face it, I've made some pretty stupid deductions before.
Give me a perception check. And while you were doing that, Thodrian and Walker, let's keep rotating around the room.
Okay.
I'm thinking the top door that we haven't yet investigated yet. Just keep moving through, clear as many rooms as we can without attracting eldritch horrors.
Agreed.
All right.
So, is there a keyhole to look through on this door, or is it just kind of a commit kind of thing?
This one actually has no keyhole to peer through.
All right, commit it is.
It's one of the more simple doors you've run into. So it's apparently some kind of a private space as you enter in and find yourself in, well, quite possibly a scene of eldritch horror.
Why is Sniffles in here?
You found a bathroom, and in it is a massive bathtub, and swimming in the bathtub is this reptilian black crimson scaled creature just bubbling away and murmuring to herself happily, gurgling and giggling as she plays in the water.
Have we learned Draconic from our time with Sniffles?
You've learned a bit of it. You picked up a bit of Pigeon Draconic, as it were.
Can I add that to my language? Pigeon Draconic?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Shit, wrong thing.
Is there another Sniffles? Is that what we're learning now? Is this Sniffles 2.0?
I'm filling that in.
Right.
Damn it, it's not letting me... You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to call it.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think you actually have to click
There's there's a gear wheel or something you have to click.
It's a plus.
That's if he wants to add it as a separate... Don't worry about it for now.
Alright, cool. So, Pigeon Draconic, and I understand that it's, just happily bubbling along, ignoring us. Right? Hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, it notices you after a little bit. And trills is the best way to describe it. Almost kind of like a purr, but higher pitched.
Mm-hmm.
You know how, a rat walks into a room, that little sound?
So, and the best translation you have for the word that comes out of her mouth next is unkies.
Unkies.
The way that Sniffles
2.0. Jesus Christ.
I'm thinking uncle, yes. I have enough to say yes, good girl, or whatever. I'm assuming that I know.
Are you going to sex a demonic half-dragon thingy?
No, I'm going to try to keep it from actually killing me.
Why would Sniffles kill you?
Yeah. It's not Sniffles. It's another Sniffles.
No, Sniffles broke in.
Oh, wait. Okay, not Sniffles 2.0.
Yeah, he's saying that Sniffles broke in.
Oh,
yeah. Sniffles broke in. Okay. Hi, Sniffles. Okay, just...
Oh, fuck.
Jesus
Hi,
Christ.
Sniffles. Don't worry about us.
Well, we don't know that yet. We're going to be good. We're good. We don't know that.
We're going to have to just start to kill everything.
No.
What?
You know why? You know why?
If you have a tame magical dragon that is unique in the entire history of dragons, why would you need to kill a cult dedicated to worshipping dragons?
Because they may try to take it from us.
Oh, no. You see, no. We're not going to worry about that. We don't know Sniffles is in.
Also true.
So,
as we rotate round...
At this point, we're like the entourage of their new god.
Have I successfully placated Sniffles 2.0?
Sniffles is just swimming around in the...
Yeah, she's happy.
She's got a bath,
okay,
man.
so that is Sniffles. Okay, cool. Sniffles.
What the hell is she swimming in?
Water.
Nisi! Where's
She's swimming in a fucking tub.
Do they know you're here?
They win a drinking.
Oh, they do that a lot. That's all.
They're
I
alcoholics.
did not go drinking. I would clarify that.
I mean, at this point, you probably hear Jim Jones laughing and
I try to tell
whispering some
short uncles
bumblebee
that
thing.
I try to tell short uncles they should drink less. It's not good for their livers.
Well, I think the drink gets to their heads and then they don't think about it.
Okay, can we specify that Sniffles...
I'll be back in a sec. I gotta take care of something real quick.
Go ahead, Martin.
Sniffles specify that I did not go drinking?
Sniffles don't know that.
She actually... So, obviously this is out of character, but for the sake of the humor, she actually doesn't know that. She just knows that you went into the room where Jim Jones was getting trashed.
Shit.
All she knows is that you and Daddy and Short Uncle and Jim Jones went into the room of getting drunk.
Shit.
Good room.
So she went, fuck it, I'm gonna go take a bath. Apparently nothing important's going on.
Are any of the doors ajar, or am I assuming that...
This door is ajar.
Okay.
This door is ajar. When you look... I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys into the next room just for ease of explaining due to the lighting. This door is hanging ajar. That door is partially ajar, but Martin was smart enough to put it mostly closed again after he went through it. So it's just a little open. And this... Oh, right. I guess you can't see it. So yeah, there's another room here. That door is just barely open. This window is wide open. Okay. So the question, I guess I should give Billy, Jim, and Brune one more round of shenanigans. Because we're slowly approaching the point where the party actually links back up.
I'm very confused. In my inventory, it says leg of ass kicking.
Look, you were a little drunk when you added that to your inventory. Don't worry about it.
I'm very confused. Also, wouldn't that be sticking out the scrotum on my shoulders? Just a fucking leg?
Look, you're already cleared to have random body parts with the story I gave.
Try not to think about it.
But,
So what are you doing with your rapidly intoxicated cultist?
I'm actually... Well, before we make him scream in pain and agony and turn into a monster, Jim Jones is just going to call over the luggage and go, Fred, let me show you something wonderful. Because, the luggage is in the room. So Jim Jones is going to call it over. And assuming it comes over, I'm going to rummage in it for a minute and pull out that lion skin I have and tell him about how I went to a dream to get this.
Billy is going to take a foot that's apparently sticking out of his scrotum bag thing.
Yeah, I'm just going to look through this door here.
And I'm going to entice this drunk cultist, which, by the way, if the whiskey flask he has is empty, I'm just going to grab another flask off my belt and give it to him.
All right, so what are you attempting to entice him with real quick?
I'm showing him that lion skin I got from the dream and telling him all about it.
But what are you trying to tempt him?
I'm just trying to hold his attention with this and this fantastical story.
All right. Peering through the keyhole there, or even cracking the door a little to get a better look at it, you can see a large, well-lit, well-appointed parlor, complete with the one fireplace that's actually currently burning. A bunch of...
someone
was in here. Given how people have been out looking for you guys for a while now, some of them probably came from in here.
Okay, so upon seeing that the fireplace is lit, so I know someone's been in there, I'm going to make my way back up to the room these idiots are in, and very carefully get back in. If I have to make another stealth check, that's fine.
At this point, you actually don't need to. Looking at the cultist, He's kind of blitzed. You're pretty sure whatever he was drinking was not just whiskey. Jim might have grabbed the wrong flask.
Oops.
Oh, no.
He got the real good stuff. Oh, well. Hey, we don't have to kill him, and now he's really talkative, and he probably won't even question you here. So who's that? I introduced you to him yesterday.
He's currently petting the lion skin.
Yeah, we won't even need to peel his foot.
Yeah, he done.
Alright, I'm just going to motion my head back, like, just to say there was something back there. But, I'm gonna just, after doing that, just make my way down the stairs.
Alright, so you're going to check out the basement real quick. With what I had said previously, Thodrian and Walker, what do you two wish to do?
Well,
You guys can probably... Yeah.
I was gonna say, probably a good idea to at least go see what's in the next room through here.
So basically, you don't know it, but rejoin your party.
Basic.
All right, and Martin is taking a personal biology break for a brief moment, if I read that message correctly. So, Thodrian, Walker, you two walk in on what you assume is a cultist with his head buried in the mane of a lion skin. Billy and Brune apparently just commenting on the quality of the cheeses as they sit there eating bread and cheese, and
Alright, guys, you hungry?
Jim just quietly cackling as you notice the back of Martin slip down the stairs over here.
Calm down.
And Jim's just going to wave him over.
Hi,
We have cheese and beer.
What did I miss in the minute or two I was gone?
We are peeling the guy's foot.
Mostly me covering the party, the rest of the party linking up as you went to check out the basement. So while they're contemplating what the fuck they do to deal with that situation, I will go ahead and give you get box text, Martin.
I was about to say, are they gonna get to kill someone and I'm not there when I could have killed the guy?
We're just putting him to bed.
At this point,
I'm
I
back.
think
What
they...
a miss.
You missed you and Thodrian rejoining the party.
Okay. Wow. What did we go through to do that?
A room,
nothing.
an empty room. There's a lot of empty rooms at the bottom of this lodge.
Okay.
And in fact,
so
we're probably about to put this guy to bed. He's getting kind of sleepy.
Permanent bed.
So, Martin, down in the basement, the cellar is damp and smells like apples and vinegar. Bags of apples and sacks of potatoes line one wall. 3 prisoners are chained along another wall. A dwarf with a chopped and singed beard, and 2 humans, a man and a woman. The woman is wounded. Their chains are secured to iron rings, keeping them just out of reach of the food. That was a box of text the game wanted me to read to you guys.
Okay.
Well, I'm immediately gonna go and one, ask them why they're chained up as I'm trying to undo the locks. To, obviously let them free.
They're werewolves.
Just as while I'm lockpicking, just so why are y'all locked up?
Did they not give this guy a stat block? He's that unimportant?
Oh my god.
He's decoration.
He's literally just a background character. I don't think I've ever said that as literally is right there.
I wanted to be able to, roll some checks for these people because they give me little blurbs about them in order to help me roleplay them and everything. But without stats, it's going to make it hard to do things like deception, diplomacy, etc.
Just make up stats for them.
Oh, I know. I can do that trivially.
But they're literally goldfish in a tank.
They are in the most literal of senses.
They're-
Background characters.
They're not even someone's wife shoved into a refrigerator. They don't even rise to that level. Oh, by the way, you can tell that the dwarf and the woman have clearly been beaten. And the human male looks maybe a little nervous even.
Why? Just at seeing a person?
I mean, other than they're chained to a wall, have been beaten, they're being held prisoner by cultists.
He's the 1 out of 3 who has not been touched.
He's probably scared it's his time now.
Give him the bad touch.
The dwarf is kind of giving you a weird look. You don't know why I'm down here?
No. I broke it.
As the two humans start asking for your help and begging to be let go.
If he wants, I can pull out my the symbol of a motto I have. Like, look, I'm not with the cult.
Okay, all right. Don't get your shirt in a knot, boy. And you might not want to be flashing around too much. You never know who you might meet.
Kill him.
I'm confident. I've died before.
He's got a point there. Okay. So I'm going to...
I have to imagine if I just say that casually to the dwarf, like, I don't care, I've died before. Not a big deal. Just what his reaction to that would even be. Like I say it like it's just like a normal thing that happens.
The worst part is his response is a very laconic shrug.
What the fuck has this dwarf seen?
Maybe he's died before.
He seems very thoroughly unimpressed with having been a prisoner, having been tortured, and the notion that he's being rescued by a Harper who has died before.
Okay, there we go. I'm back.
Okay, I need background on this character. This is what has this man seen to be just unimpressed by any of this shit?
Hey, the nihilist dwarf is cool, alright?
No, I'm not denying that. I just need I need to know more about him. We're taking him. We're taking him as an NPC.
So you have a pet dwarf now, is what you're saying.
Did I just win a strength save against Billy for taking a shot?
To be fair, I didn't. So
I need this character in our game.
Okay, so
I need to know
Martin
more
wants a
about him.
pet dwarf. Feed him cheese and beer and crackers.
So,
He changes hay every night.
for the record, there is no skill check or anything required to unlock them, apparently.
Okay.
They don't have much useful information to give you, though they are all grateful.
I'm mainly just wondering why they were locked up in the first place and more about that dwarf. I need to know.
Apparently, well, for just a moment, let's bounce back to the rest of the group. You have a thoroughly drunk cultist who is no threat to anyone or anything except possibly himself at this point.
Cool.
Let's make him more of a threat to himself.
Is he drunk enough that we could possibly tuck him into bed?
It would be pretty easy to tumble him into bed because he drank over half of your flask of diluted alcohol.
Oh, he got the good shit. Jim Jones will take that one back, recork it, put it on his belt.
All right, hang on.
Put his lion skin back in the luggage.
Hang on.
Hoist this guy on his shoulder. Like, come, comrade. Which way is bed? You'll need a moment. We will lay you down. Do not worry.
Okay, so after he's in bed, I'm gonna put that fucking leg I have in bed with him and cover it up, so it looks like he's cuddling it.
That
Oh my
works.
god, he is going to be terrified when he wakes up in the morning.
But alive, and that's the important thing. You see, what the damage we're doing now lasts forever.
Yeah, this is psychological damage.
Not only have I poisoned his liver, so he's going to go jaundice, but he's going to wake up with a rotting leg.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we will be back after just a short break.
This out and then move on to Parnas due to the
Okay,
reference
and
that
we're
we
back, and apparently my players are planning on framing the guy who actually helped them and fed them and gave them drink.
Yes.
I'm chaotic neutral, so I don't give a fuck about what he thinks.
See,
I mean,
See,
honestly,
I'm not playing
we're
that alone.
psychologically torturing him. Why not flame him as well?
these people are why I'm sitting here with a growler of Polar Star now.
Oh,
What's
you
through
love
this
us.
door?
I've already
You
been
love
down.
us.
Oh, that's the one with the cobwebs and shit.
Yeah, I mean, they respected the hospitality. They put the guy to bed.
And I'm not going to be able to stop Billy from tucking
Yeah.
the leg in with him, so we might as well
This
just
bed.
go, okay.
We'll put him in this bed.
Yeah, it's even better because it's a troll leg, and they're apparently looking for who killed the trolls.
So they tuck him into bed
With the troll leg.
with a troll leg. As
Unfortunately.
Martin returns from the basement with an entourage.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, hey.
Yeah,
How much cheese
upon,
do we have enough cheese and bread left for our new guests?
upon noticing that the gold is gone, I'm just gonna say that there is this dwarf here that we have to keep in this party. We are making him a member.
Jim
immediately
looks to
suspicious.
Billy, to Theodrin, to himself. You're a very strange elf. You have a dwarf fetish. This is not healthy.
He was nonchalant about me dying and rescuing, about me dying before.
Your dying is nothing special.
But to be rescued by someone who has very casually died is
By
astounding.
Oh, he rescued you too? 3?
Was there anything in the basement worth noticing?
People.
Potatoes. There's potatoes down there. That, by the way, was the dwarf responding to you about what was interesting in the basement. As the male and female
Nobody likes
human...
a wise ass. I have a whole trail of bodies behind me.
Get in line, I'll add you to mine.
Well, I offer the dwarf some meat,
guy.
some cheese and bread and liquor, and I go grab some potatoes and
He's
put
a
'em in
cheeky
pot on the
bastard.
stove to boil.
The human man and woman are incredibly thankful, incredibly, very excited and happy about being out of here, out of prison, as it were, as holy hell, Walker failed that intimidation check.
Very bad.
I'm casting that with bodies.
That
Bodies
doesn't...
and what, dude?
There are no bodies.
Not yet.
We just tucked a troll leg into bed somewhere. Billy has a scrotum on his back.
I also have someone's kneecap, 2 separate fingers, in someone's hand.
Billy is a walking collection of bodies.
The dwarf sits down over here by... I'm not quite sure what the hell that's supposed to be. Did they actually give me a description of the fucking kitchen?
Wait, did I... I want to say I
This spacious kitchen is a hive of activity, except that there's no hive or activity. A large stove against one wall contains a roaring fire with a bubbling stew pot and shanks of venison suspended above it. Strings of onions and herbs crisscross the ceiling like webs of cluttered tables. Preparing meals are 4 humans. No, there aren't. All blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I'm stealing those onions and herbs. They're going in the luggage.
So the dwarf guy sits
Hold
himself
on.
down.
I grab some for my potato stew stock.
We need some
Are we
potatoes.
really hanging out long enough to make potato soup?
We need potatoes for
God
vodka.
damn it. Sorry, that was me. Sorry.
And as Walker's trying to intimidate him in order to show the pecking order, the dwarf just casually reaches around, grabs a random meat cleaver from one of the tables, and starts sharpening it on the side of the pot. Whilst he keeps
Resourceful.
Alright, hey, I'm sure that there's a proper whetstone in the luggage to sharpen that with. You don't need to mess up the cookware.
Now, Dragon, correct me if I'm wrong, but intimidation checks, they pull off of charisma, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I linked bodies to charisma, so would that count?
No, because you gave yourself random bonuses.
Damn it. Okay, never
But
mind.
they're good bonuses.
They are good bonuses. It ties into my charisma.
I'm trying to figure out if any of these people have... The lady mostly just wants to get the hell out of here.
There's the door.
Literally, the only person I care about in that group was the dwarf. Because I need to know more about him.
Y'all don't have anything to ask these prisoners that Martin freed?
I mean, I'm still wondering
Why were they captured?
Yeah.
Where did they get taken from? That's what I want to know. Where did you guys get taken from?
See, now, on the one hand, I wanted you to ask questions because that's what good roleplay does. On the other hand, I look at the book and I look at the fact that
There is no information.
the woman gets a paragraph. And in that paragraph, the only thing of value it tells you is that She was traveling from Baldur's Gate to Parnast with a caravan, learned shit about the cult, but it doesn't tell you what shit she learned, which resulted in her getting captured and tortured.
Cute.
That is what
so-
she is able to tell you. She doesn't know what she learned, but apparently she learned things. Let's
Yeah, she
assume
learned
they're
the wrong
things similar to
information.
what you already knew.
Yeah, can you make up the shit that she did learn? Or is it literally just shit?
Apparently,
Actually, you know what?
She-
No, because of how well you guys handled this this first floor, and it does say that she made it to, she was in Parnast, or at least traveling to Parnast. Everything you guys did a hell of a lot of good, RP planning, etc. this session, when you could have barreled through the front door and, well, gotten killed within 5 rounds, and instead you cleared the floor without starting a fight. So you've earned something for that, especially with Martin sneaking around the way he did.
all right.
So yeah, no, she's aware that in Parnast, what she stumbled across was that in Parnast, they're actually using a cloud giant's flying castle to transport loot and liquor.
I'm sure Jim immediately poked up at hearing that.
Literally.
So we need to go to
Wait,
Parnast.
what?
Give me a history check.
Nope.
Maybe.
My good rolls are now done. I had one good roll tonight.
Holy shit!
There we
Martin
go.
nailed it. Hell yeah.
Right.
So, damn.
I'll
I'm
be honest,
convinced
I'm
the
surprised
universe
by that.
started yesterday.
I'll throw my hat in as well.
Well, it just turns out Martin Luther wrote his doctorate on that topic.
Yeah.
Apparently, this is. You know what? I know why Martin Luther rolled a nat 20. Now,
I come
most
back
of
that
this are things that Walker and Thodrian also know. But Martin has a much more intimate knowledge of this because the Ilmatrin monastery in which he was raised was actually built within a cloud giant sanctuary. So he's lived in one of these things before.
Okay.
The cloud giants carve off the top of mountaintops like they're some kind of fucking West Virginia coal miner. But instead of just turning it all into dirt that they shove into a valley, they maintain the integrity of that mountaintop.
paper?
What the fuck?
What was that?
I don't even want to know why people are screaming, do you have paper?
I don't know. I don't want to take off my headphones to ask because I'm playing a game right now.
Right. It's just somebody in your house. Gotcha.
That was my roommate. He got home from work.
Understood.
And he really needed paper. I don't know
Maybe
why.
he's in the bathroom.
Just-
We've all
Sounds
had
like
those
Jimmy
moments,
Rules.
right?
It might have been Chipotle night. You don't know.
No,
Exactly.
no, he was
I'll be honest.
pollywog.
I'll be honest. I'm kind of surprised that on top of me just being raised in a monastery from cloud giants, I'm kind of surprised it wasn't just Elmaro going, "Holy shit! This bumbling idiot didn't fuck up and ruin my name."
That might have had something to do with it too.
That's your other roles.
He decided. Just Elmaro looked down. Just, holy shit! He's not disgracing my name.
So,
Let's bless him.
what the cloud giants do is they chop off the top of mountains, invert them, and enchant the fucking mountaintop to be a flying structure in the sky.
Oh, Sky Islands.
Sky Islands.
Skylanders.
I like it.
Skylanders.
So, docking in Parnast from time to time is a cloud giant sky island, if you will, which they use to transport. Oh, excuse me. Which they use to transport all of the goods that they've funneled through here,
Okay.
including the shit you're looking for.
Fuck, hang on.
Or would include the
Harness
shit
it
that you
is.
left behind, for that matter.
So the shit we're looking for is making its way to a cloud giant sky island, which we'll never get it back if it gets that far. So we're done
Alright.
here.
Parnast it is.
Okay,
You could
quick,
indeed
loot
skip the
place.
second floor.
Oh god damn it! There's a second floor.
There's an
Okay.
entire
Should we
upper
clear
level.
the second floor?
Billy has
Oh,
to
yeah,
do-
we can see how many bedrooms there are.
Really has to do something real quick before he goes upstairs. He has to go back to that troll leg and smear some blood on that guy's face so it looks like he actually ate it.
Well, while Billy's going and desecrating our nice man,
I'll be
Since-
back.
okay.
since
So-
Jim doesn't know Sniffles isn't in the luggage, and he did notice those venisons cooking, and Sniffles has been a good girl, he's gonna pull down one of the venisons, open the luggage, and start calling for Sniffles. Uncle has a treat for you. And then I guess
After like about the second time you do that, you're pretty sure the luggage is like shaking its head at you, which is very weird because there's nothing to the luggage except the luggage and its legs.
Sniffles isn't in the luggage. Sniffles is in a bath down the hall.
what? Well, Sniffles!
Oh, make sure she washes behind her ears.
The hell did I just
Go-
manage to do?
go
while
down the
pressing
hall
keyboards?
and go down the hall and go find Sniffles. There we go.
Okay, I guess Jim will go down the hall.
Which might also remind Walker that he wanted to take the luggage down to the room with the helmed horror.
Legendary luggage. Come with me. I need you to hold something for me.
Walker, which door leads to bathroom?
Just follow me. Through this door.
Over the river and through the woods.
Sniffles!
Up we go.
Uncle has
Through
treat
this
for you.
door. Through this door. There you go.
She has managed somehow, you do not know how, but she has managed somehow to replicate a bubble bath.
Well, that is
There is
very
an
good
entire
girl.
layer of foam, and you can just see her eyes and nostrils peeking out above the whole thing.
Alright, so
Jim
luggage
Jones will
swallows
just reach over
tapestry.
and give her a scratch on the snout
Can-
and hold out the venison for her.
Can luggage swallow armor?
Luggage swallows us. I think it can swallow us.
As you try and induce the luggage to swallow the armor, there comes a point where you hear from each of them. I need a sound effect.
Wee.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can make it audible to you guys in Discord, but
So what you're saying is unmute.
So what we're getting at is it can't
Oh, it
swallow
might
the
work.
armor without causing a battle of the
No, no.
wills.
What
What
the
you
fuck
hear-
did I miss?
what you hear, you at least probably know Walker. Well, not Walker, but the person playing Walker. Most of you actually
Right.
probably know because you're roughly in the right age range. Martin Luther might be the one person who wouldn't recognize the sound of a classical
DSL
modem.
modem.
Not
Oh,
DSL,
God.
pre-DSL. We're talking over the
Whoa!
fucking telephone lines.
Oh,
Hey,
hold on.
Is that a dial-up, or is there something before
Dial-up. We're talking dial-up.
I know dial-up. I had dial-up growing up.
I could believe it, but you're young. You were young enough that you're the only one I was like, maybe you did, maybe you didn't. You can literally
yeah. Okay,
hear the
that's
hell.
gonna take a minute.
You can hear the armor and the luggage making noises that,
They're talking to each other.
yeah.
What the
They're
hell did I miss
communicating.
for that to go on?
Great.
They are communicating
You
with
realize
dial-up.
what you-
No,
What you realize you've just done is introduce two Google AIs that are talking to each other, and they've invented their own language now.
luggage. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Fuck the armor. Let's go.
Don't know, it might try.
And then after the the luggage suddenly snaps, and the helmed horror disappears inside.
Oh, okay, cool. It won.
You have a
Awesome. I can work
boxed
with that.
helmed horror.
It downloaded the helm horror.
It downloaded virus protection.
Upload at your own risk.
I think it
Okay,
compressed
so
it
we
in a zip
have-
file.
That's a virus. Don't forget the tapestry, the rug, and those elven plates you saw earlier.
Yeah, I grabbed the tapestry. I'm kind of iffy about the elvish plates because they're around, things that kind of don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll ignore that for now, unless the luggage wants to go at that on its own with us ready to back it up.
The luggage.
But I don't
after
think that should be a
examining-
thing.
Yeah, nope. I should not give the luggage too much personality.
Mhm.
I have to remember the job of the luggage.
It will kill us one day when Ricewind comes back, but until then,
It will. Okay, so luggage ate what I wanted to eat, and now we need to go to Parnast.
Are you going to tell the party that they could accidentally pull a piece of fucking helmed horror out of the luggage?
maybe
Or are you just letting that be a surprise for later in the day?
I'm assuming that's going to be in its own pocket dimension, unless it's specifically requested.
don't assume anything, but cool. It's
I'm
just-
What are the
Myself
rules of the
fire.
luggage? What are the rules of the luggage?
The luggage is random. Luggage, do not spit out armor unless I tell you to.
Don't forget to please. But is Jim Jones able to coax Sniffles out of her bath?
She's more than happy to snatch the venison out of his fingers.
Ugh.
Okay,
Okay,
so
sweetie, you
Parnast
stay here for now,
or...
but we will
There's
be
a,
leaving.
there's a reason Brune has the time to make potato soup.
Parnast or upstairs? Are we going upstairs or are we going to
going
Parnast?
upstairs.
Because
Well, we should
people
make
are going to be
we should
coming
make
back
sure we got
soon.
enough bedrooms upstairs for guests.
Yeah, Bruce
Billy
keeping
is
the
going to
place.
fucking kill something.
Okay,
Billy is
so
tired of this goddamned roleplay session.
No, Billy is getting antsy because he's in the home of the cult of the dragon. There's his enemies, and he has controlled himself well enough to earn himself some murder. He is
Upstairs it
putting
is.
off his flaw.
upstairs it is.
And if there's nothing upstairs, we go to Parnast.
And of course, on my way by, I give Brune's soup a quick check. Smells good.
Don't mind where you're initially dropped when it finally drops people.
It dropped us outside.
I know it did, because I put you outside because you're entering into Tiny Hall of Tiny.
That is lovely calligraphy
Surprises.
out in the yard.
The upper floor. I love that.
I am still so confused by what the fuck I missed.
Don't worry. We're upstairs.
Dial up almost.
Yes.
Yeah, the luggage downloaded the Helm Horror on a 14 4K modem connection. It took
Billy.
a
Oh, fuck.
Technically, that's not exactly what happened.
minute.
I came back to dial up almost, and that's a sentence I never thought I'd say once. let
Dial
alone
up
twice.
armor is exactly what you came back to, and that is accurate and correct, sir.
All right, Walker's gonna say something to me.
I have to know, but more importantly,
Alright, so
is the dwarf still with us?
He's downstairs tending to the potato soup.
Yeah,
Okay,
Brune started making soup.
that's literally all I care about. He
The
is,
Alright,
luggage is
so-
watching him.
he is going to be this game's version of anal for me.
I've got 2 doors here. Are we blowing past them, Billy?
I just crammed you into the hallway as you would fit.
I guess I'd be going into this room first.
All right,
So-
that room we have box text. A gaping hole in the roof exposes this armory to the elements. Very few weapons are stored here at present. Also, you knew it was an armory despite the fact that, why would you know it was? Whatever. Shelves
Okay,
to the
cool.
north lie mostly bare, and a poorly maintained weapon rack standing against the south wall holds 3 rusty spears and a frayed net. Nearby is a closed cabinet.
What is it with these people and rusty spears?
I'm about to break off on
What
the
is
head.
what is it with these people and describing pointless shit?
Hang on, I'm about to
No.
break off the head of one of those spears and use it as my new foot knife.
What's in the cabinet?
I'll look in the cabinet.
The cabinet
There's nothing in the
contains-
cabinet. I'm breaking it.
The cabinet contains 2 heavy crossbows and 2 longbows. As you're going to vent your frustration on the rusty spears, actually you notice amongst them one where, yes, most of the spearhead is rusted, but it's inlaid with a non-tarnishable metal of some sort that's got this beautiful, elaborate pattern. And you'd swear it looked like something out of like a mid-90s fantasy TV series about...
That's the good.
I'm trying to remember the name of that fucking show. It was so good right up until you
Do you
realized
want me
it was
to
just
take a
shitty
look at
Christian
it?
propaganda.
Pirates of Darkwater?
No, it was like Roar, mate? Was it as simple as Roar? As I divert everything of importance. No, it couldn't have been... Oh, wait, no. 1997. Oh my god, it was Roar. 5th century Ireland, Celtic chieftain discovers Christianity. Yada blah blah blah.
That's a movie I need to find. Outlander. I need to find Outlander.
And also amongst the rusted spears is a not rusted spear because it's magic.
So let's grab those.
Grab the mithril, grab the magic.
Jim Caviezel?
I'm still taking a broken spear, so I have a rusty weapon. I'm gonna assume that's gonna be the stats for like a dagger if I decide to use it.
That seems fair.
All right.
Minus
Done.
1 to damage, though.
Is there anything I can perceive from the obviously non-rusted magical spear?
All right. I'm getting a minus to it for what?
You're getting a minus 1 to damage on it because it's a it's rusty. It's not going to stabby stab as well as it ought to.
No, it's not gonna stabby stab. It's going to slash. I'm gonna be peeling people with it.
Yeah, which it's
peely,
also
peely.
not going to be that good at because, again, rusting.
That's the beautiful thing about it. It's gonna tear.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm starting to think Billy's chaotic stupid.
No, I'm
Yes.
chaotic neutral.
no,
and
stupid wasn't the right word. Stupid.
Yeah, chaotic
Brune is
neutral chaos.
Brune is heading back down the staircase.
we've already
into-
established that the party is chaotic bastard.
Yes, I will settle for chaotic bastard.
Yeah.
Brune is headed down a staircase that leads back to that main room where you have
Okay.
the 2 statues flanking the staircase, the 2 suits of beautiful elven armor
I
that
am
have been
seeing
left
this for the first
behind.
time.
All right, I'm gonna be carrying those spears out real quick and ask who the hell wants one.
That's all right.
I don't think I can use a spear.
Well, this one is shiny and apparently is magic.
Wait, is the spear a simple weapon?
Yes.
I'll take
think.
it.
Would I be able to use that in place of a quarterstaff?
No, you would not because it is a different form of motion.
That's
Although
right.
we
He
did
means,
have that.
he means
we
does
did
he
have that
have
argument.
he means does he have proficiency in it,
Ah,
which is a very different and simpler question.
I mean, I use a quarterstaff, so
You do not
mean-
have proficiency in spears.
shit. Okay.
well, that just means you don't get a. It's just 1d20. You could still technically use it. You just won't get any bonuses to it.
What would it take to figure out what kind of magic is attached to said spear?
Identify
A
magic.
short rest. No, it's actually simpler now. It's a short
Oh.
rest. The
Okay,
next
a
time you
short
take
rest.
a short rest, one of you goes, I spend time learning about spear.
I pet it and have a drink with it, but I guess I'll take the
Could-
spear. If
Could I attempt an
So Brune has
insight
walked
in the
into that
interim,
room.
possibly?
That's a bathroom, Brune. Those are tubs. People can wash in them.
okay, so since Brune checks the bathroom
I can
I'll go
use
down
these
to this
brew
door.
jobs.
and check in here.
brew some gin.
Did you just walk into the room?
Probably a bad idea, but yeah.
We're about to hear a lot of noise, aren't we?
Why
Yes.
does he have an icon but not... Hold on, I need to... Like, let's stop having people go, I'm going to randomly wander and do this thing, so that the DM can actually catch up with what the hell's actually going on.
That means
What the hell room
initiative.
is this? That's room 19. Okay, actually, that guy would be amongst the people who are out looking for you guys, so he wouldn't be there. After I find that room and read over it. So when you pop into there, the shutters are open, allowing light to shine in. Despite the previous statement about all the shutters being closed, 4 unmade beds line the south hall, and other furnishings include a table with 4 chairs and a wine rack containing a multitude of bottles. Most of them, but not all of them, uncorked and empty.
I'm gonna grab the ones that still have booze in them.
There are 12 bottles that have not yet been opened.
Ooh, that's a few too many. I'll grab
That's
3
a whole
then.
lot of, hey guys, hold this for me.
As you're looking through there, you spot that somebody's crammed a necklace into the into one of the empty bottles.
Ooh. We'll shake that out.
You now have a gold necklace and
Shiny.
3 bottles of wine.
Awesome. Make my way back out of the room. Hand 3 bottles off to Theodrin right there. Go back in, grab 3 more. I'm happy.
Can I investigate this door?
Sure thing. Pop on through.
That's how you investigate.
There's suspicious holes in the ground, but
I'm pretty sure those are actually meant to be pillars supporting the ceiling, but yes, I am actually correct about that. Those are pillars supporting the roof. A roaring fireplace churns out heat and light at one end of this spacious, 30-foot-high chamber, which you would never have known by ever looking at any of the pictures of. It's not 30 foot high, guys. That doesn't fit with anything else you've described about this fucking lodge. Stop lying.
okay.
The ceiling of which is buttressed by 10 wooden pillars carved as dragons. 5 large tapestries hang along the walls. 2 on the west wall flanking a door. 2 on the east wall hanging side by side. And a particularly grand one dominating the south wall. Next to the fireplace. There are tapestries.
Shall we continue down the hall, I guess?
You don't want to look at the tapestries?
Let's look at the tapestries.
They spent more fucking time and effort on the tapestries than on the prisoners.
The tapestries go in the tapestries go into the luggage for later investigation.
Jim Jones will, of course, spend time looking at the tapestries and then
as the
rest of
luggage is
party
eating
again.
them.
Yeah.
Don't look at it too long; you'll start to get hypnotized. Just throw it in the luggage. We'll look at it later.
4 of the 5 tapestries show dragons hunting, killing, and feasting on lesser creature, with blue dragons attacking a desert caravan, elves succumbing to a green dragon's gaseous breath weapon, a red dragon burning down what might be the castle ward of Waterdeep, and a black and white dragon circling over a cold swamp dotted with ruins. Each is worth money.
I like worth money.
Luggage.
The 5th tapestry shows Tiamat, the queen of evil dragons in all her glory, crowned in gold and silver, and worked with gemstones and gold and silver. You don't need to say she's crowned in gold and silver and then say that it's worked with gemstones and gold and silver thread. The gold and silver thread is implied by the crowned in gold and silver. Oh my god, who wrote this? Oh, Wizards of the Coast. A professional
Billy, what's in here?
company.
I'm guessing Billy's kicking through another door.
This
if
was
no one
the
else
door.
is doing
This was the door of fuck it.
The door of what's in here?
Are we gonna do the same with this door, guys, or are we gonna be smart? Oh, Billy's there. Never mind.
Let's take a look. Fuck it.
What?
I've got
Billy's
range.
walking through the door.
What are you doing, Billy?
Billy's just walking through, if he can.
Billy doesn't give a shit.
Billy swings the door open and walks in. Okay.
Hello, friends.
So before we start anything else, will everyone else arrange themselves based on what they think they're going to do with Billy walking through a door without ever even once thinking about what might be on the other side of it?
There you go.
Can I shoot? The only thing I want to wonder is, can I shoot over anyone in front of
Son
me?
of a bitch. I didn't click my token first.
I have Jim Jones in his proper spot. That works, right?
Jim Jones
Yeah,
cannot
I
be
just
physically off of the map.
immediately went to the back.
I mean,
I have
I
that
know
26.
I know short people offer like half cover. Can I shoot
Okay.
over them?
I need to figure out what each of these people actually are.
Looks like at least one of them is a dragon wing.
Okay,
I'll stand in
despite
front of
their
Walker.
names, those guys are both veterans. So I need a veteran up.
Hey, what time is it?
Peely foot.
10:30 p.m.
Well, I kind of answered my own question there. But the audience can't see.
It's moto time.
Murder, 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 murder,
Alice.
murder, murder.
Dragonclaw.
We were doing so good.
You almost made it out of here entirely the peaceful way. You know,
We were
it's
doing...
you know, you still have options. You don't have to go this route.
We can leave.
Well, here's the
We can make
thing.
it through an entire session without any combat.
Billy, just imagine the bonus XP we'll get for not being murder hobos for once.
But I am a murder homo.
Can you save it for the next corpse?
Here's the other thing: is I got a fucking 26 in my first roll.
Yes, but you failed to actually properly use your first roll, so it doesn't.
Bastard! Oh well, I still got a fucking 20.
When did Walker roll? Because his. Oh,
I
God.
rolled earlier because I figured, get ahead of this shit.
And so you
I'll
rolled a
try
1.
again.
Are you really happy with that?
Not
I
really,
really
but
don't
You know
wanna
what?
roll.
You didn't even roll the worst. Oh God.
I mean, if you want me to roll again, then I can do that.
I really didn't want to roll.
Okay,
You almost
so
got out of this.
I figured we'd be killing something eventually, so I just went ahead and got ahead of the curve here.
Hey,
So-
I don't know
so-
about you. I'm just working with my character flaws. He was a good boy with that one guard. That is
So,
eventually
Martin-
going to be horribly visually scarred.
Just once, I wanted to be the real heroes.
I hold my name.
Martin,
Yes.
Billy just barged through a door, and from where you're standing, you see at least one guy spinning around and pulling a sword. I mean, that might just be a legitimate reaction to somebody suddenly barging into a room on him.
I mean, I would argue that is.
But what do you do about that situation?
I kind of just want to say, let's not. We're the good guys. We're trying to be good guys.
How about we do the hand signals? How about we do the hand signals?
Yeah. But I can also do that to say hey, we're potent here. We're meant to be here. We're good. So would that
The statues. Did we tell them about the statues when we came in and we
You
joined the
did not
party?
tell us about the
so
statues.
We did not.
Would it be
Damn it.
persuasion? Hey, we're meant to be here.
Oh,
We're
God
good.
damn it, they're on the wrong layer. Oh, well. Okay, so yes, that would be a persuasion check.
Please do well. Do not give me a nat 1.
Our bad guys! That's actually
Let's
pretty
have it.
good. That's pretty good. For
Okay.
stalling for
That
time.
might do it.
That's
Throwing in a few phrases. whatever message you want to convey, you're going to be able to convey it with, like the proper language of the cult and whatnot. So just go ahead and let it rip what you want to convey conceptually, and I'll parse that into appropriate game language. Without being a dick about it.
Put down your sword. We're not here to attack. We're meant to be here. Please do not. Please don't attack us. We've done nothing wrong.
We're here to help, kind of a thing. We're here to help.
We're here to help.
We are the
help. And I'm gonna throw in, because Alucard saying it down there. Also, we apprehended the guy who killed
your guy watching the back. He apparently was involved with the trolls, and he was really drunk on duty. Y'all need to have some words with him.
He got really, really drunk, and he's asleep in a bed with a troll leg that has some bite marks out of it. So that's kind of concerning. Yeah, I might want to get that checked out.
Y'all not feeding your men right. Having to resort to such baser tendencies.
Okay, and I assume that since you're going with the persuasive route, you do not actually draw weapons.
No, no. I am not. No. Like, I'm telling him, put down your weapon.
Put it down.
Put it down.
All right.
With you.
This guy draws his weapon, but doesn't... He shifts slightly to make sure that he's got a good line on Billy if he needs it, but he doesn't close all the way. He does not actually directly engage Billy. Basically, what you're seeing, Billy, since it's your turn next, you're seeing a room full of people who are suddenly on their guard and pulling weapons because somebody just fucking broke in their room unexpectedly. So the question is, how does Billy react to all of this?
Oh God, he's about to immediately undo everything I just did.
Don't stab him, don't stab him, don't stab him.
I mean, I understand why his flaw might drive him to do bad things and stupid things.
Yes,
especially bad, stupid things.
He has legitimate belief that they killed his former military company.
Yep.
I know.
He's not wrong about that.
But remember, what we're doing now is poisoning the entire organization. This is doing far more damage than killing them will.
I know, but at the same time, does Billy have the reasoning to do it because his flaw is blind and unreasonable?
If you want, hold on. If you want an unvarnished analysis, go ahead and set what you think would be the appropriate wisdom save DC and roll a wisdom save. I mean, that's the right skill to govern this if you're not sure which action you feel Billy should take. Should he be blinded by his flaw, or should he understand what they're going for? Obviously, if you want to, just fucking buy into the flaw.
I'm saying Billy's knee-jerk reaction is to kill them, so I'm going to say DC 15.
All right. And then go ahead and roll yourself a wisdom save to see if you overcome your own knee-jerk reaction.
God, please.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Oh, you really want to. You really want to. You might still. I mean, something like this should not override character agency or player agency. But it's a good guide.
I think I'm ready for this.
Right,
I think I'm ready.
We don't want a fireball.
Billy is going to look at this guy with his hand, or with Billy's hand on his sword, saying, "You let go of your sword, I'll let go of mine." He's just really fucking twitchy because someone's ready to draw a weapon on him.
Right. And he has all of the other very good reasons to be like, I really want an excuse to gut you. Give me the excuse. He's that cop who's seen one too many murders. Give me the excuse. Give me the excuse, motherfucker. Is your hand too close to your gun? Aw, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That,
he's an
that's
American
where
cop.
that's where I imagine Billy's at right now. That's my own personal headcanon, at least. And so it comes round to this lady in the back. And she's looking at this one random... Actually, from her angle, she has no idea how many allies, other than that she heard Martin shouting out. She has no idea who else is around, other than Billy and probably Martin. Oh, Billy. Yeah, it's the cultists who are lucky that, yeah, sure.
I'm gonna kill at least 2 of them if they fucking come after me.
So
I don't
she's
care.
looking around, and then she just kind of waves her hand, like, put up your swords, gentlemen, put up your swords. Sir Dwarf just happened to knock on the wrong door at the wrong moment. We can sort this civilly. Gentlemen out there, there's no reason for us to quarrel. We can talk. And so, if no one has any particular objection, we could actually drop off of initiative. Unless y'all really do want to fight.
No, I'm
I'm
good with
willing
the
to
ship
Bring a
dropping.
bowl
I'm
of
good with
potato soup.
dropping.
Nope.
I mean,
I'm
we're
willing
still
to
making
drop
soup.
off.
If Billy can stay his hand, we all can stay our hands.
I'm
Is
willing
Billy
to drop
staying
off,
his
yeah.
hand at this point?
Billy's looking for an excuse, but he'll listen for a moment. He's just thinking, like, just to keep himself calm, he's thinking he's gonna burn this fucking place to the ground once he leaves.
Oh, that's my job.
Billy, do you still wear any of the mercenary insignia of your core core? Like, is it something that would be visible to others?
It would not be visible. It is more of a brand that is on the side of the ribs, which would be covered by his clothes and armor.
Gotcha. Okay, so with the soldiers putting up their swords and her calling for civil conversation, is Billy willing to rein himself in for the time being?
He will listen for now. But
Awesome.
the next instance he gets to kill cultists, you are not getting such luck. He is going to kill them.
So, assuming everything is being peaceful, Jim Jones, having heard someone speak in a somewhat authoritative and reasoning voice, will...
Actually, Jim, give me a wisdom save.
Uh-oh. I've been doing bad on these.
Give me a
Dragon, I direct you to the
19?
I see it, and yes, I would actually assume that you, once the party linked up and before they went upstairs, I would actually assume that was a reasonable thing for you to have done.
Okay.
Such that everyone has an amulet like that. Okay, so despite how sexy you find the woman's voice, you are not lured in by its siren call. You're able to I'm not looking at it as like she has any magical influence. I'm looking at it as Jim Jones is a cleric of the goddess of hedonism.
Yep.
And is into some freaky shit. So he'd be tempted. I mean, come on, putting his dick in a cult leader, probably on his top 10 list. That's one of the things he wants to do before he dies.
Yeah. Not gonna lie, that's something he's gonna try to do. But he's gonna make his way into the room now, stepping beside Billy. He's going to look at her and be like, "You're one in charge here, yes?"
Actually, I think I have a picture I can share with everyone.
I follow.
It will be assumed to be here. I assume that questions like that would be pretty suspicious.
I mean, on the other hand, she doesn't seem to be buying the notion that you're supposed to be here.
That's fair.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we're still characters.
We're passing ourselves off as members of the cult. It doesn't mean we actually are supposed to, quote unquote, be here. We just happen to be here.
That's fair.
You are one in charge, yes? Been looking for you.
Of course I'm in charge. Why else would you be looking for me?
Come, come. Bring your men, follow me. There is something you should see. Most despicable. Completely
Is it one of my
unacceptable.
men? Is it one of my men whom you've set up to appear like he's responsible for having killed Trespin and my other trolls?
Absolutely not.
Despite the fact that you are the ones who did that?
It is absolutely not. It is that he was dumb enough to just get so stupidly drunk as to pass out.
However, I did make soup, and there's plenty for everyone. Like,
soup? What kind of soup?
Put the bowl in the... Oh, it's potato soup.
Potatoes? Why did no one think of making a soup out of the potatoes before? We've had those potatoes lying around for months.
Sorry,
and not one of you thought to make a soup out of them.
Out of character, I really fucking want potato soup now. Fuck you.
I want potato leek soup. It's even worse. I want potato leek soup, which means I need to go get Guinness, because that's the only beer you use to make potato leek soup. And it's a whole thing now.
Damn it, now I want potato leek soup.
Now my wife wants potato leek soup. She's giving me double middle fingers.
Alright, so after the game, we all meet up at Dragon's for your potato leek soup?
Princess,
I bought an immersion blender to make this soup, for fuck's sake.
Hang on. Princess, I will bring you my cheesecake brownies for that soup.
Birthday soup?
I'm just outside the door. Does that mean anything for me?
I mean, you're kind of listening in, watching what's going on, and not being directly in anyone's line of fire.
I just got my bluff called the fuck out, though, and I'm nervous.
It's okay. She's your friend, and we will be right back. I need to bleed the lizard. And we are back, and we got highly distracted talking about potato soup. God damn. But that's okay, because actually, the host of this detente sends off 2 of her soldiers to, well, go get the potato soup. She sounds excited about this.
The people are down there. Oh no, the dwarf is gonna be captured again.
I'll get more.
So
guys
Brune
can
goes
work
to
it.
get
I'll get it.
Brune goes to get the soup to serve everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm also gonna like set more to cook.
Yeah, you go.
So Jim will just slide up to the table and sit down since we're obviously going to be chilling. This is fun. This is fun.
So,
All right, I'm back.
you've
Hmm.
killed my trolls,
Oh, it was disturbingly easy. They were very rude.
and that alone grants you enough worth to have an audience.
No, well,
Is
You
it the blue
killed
honesty
my
or the...
trolls. No, you're skilled enough to kill a group of 3 trolls. I would have thought that was an obvious enough feat.
Walker, come, sit. We will have drink and talk with this lovely lady.
I'm here.
This is the man you wish to congratulate. He
And
is
then you
perfectly-
managed to bypass my helmed horror, my gargoyles, and the guards in the kitchen. I assume because they were incompetent and stupid.
That's a pretty good guess, yeah.
The poor man cannot hold his liquor. Although he is a very entertaining conversationalist, I will give him that.
So the question becomes...
I'm just gonna pop in real quick and just say, like, also I'm really good at sneaking, and then go to back hiding behind Thodrian.
Really?
Go ahead and give me
And-
a stealth check, just for... This is a Shiggle stealth check. You don't... You know I didn't
That
have to
actually
even
would
say... Yeah, I know. She's literally looking around like, where the fuck was the guy who just said that? She's leaning over to try and get a good look over Walker's shoulder. Like, the fuck did that voice come from?
And Jim
Believe it or
Jones will
not.
lean over a little and do his really loud, like helicopter-sized bumblebee whisper. Don't let him impress you too much. He died to kobolds once. But he
So,
has died
If
before.
you do the
That is
job right,
impressive.
everyone dies to kobolds.
what are we discussing again?
We are having a discussion about the
Right.
fact that her trolls were incredibly rude and easy to kill.
Well, they were
Yeah.
less rude and more you were trespassing, but I have to respect your ability to have taken them out.
The real question is, does anyone want a shot?
Of course.
Oh God.
What are you
This
passing her?
This could be entertaining. Be careful what liquor you
Before-
take from him. Some of it is painful.
Before you take that shot, you had a question?
Crap, I don't remember out of character.
I think her question
We
was why
killed
the hell are we
trolls,
here?
we infiltrated, we did everything.
And now we're sitting down with a
Oh
private
yeah,
audience.
no, actually yes. Why the hell are you here would actually have been her question. What
To
are
be
you doing
perfectly
here?
honest, we actually popped through a random portal from another one of the installations.
Which
I
we
mean, hell, you already
successfully
know.
infiltrated.
We
Ran-
popped through the portal, we were
randomly.
talking to your trolls, and then the trolls tried to kill us, so bodies.
I don't know what kind of a conversation you had with them, other than that you clearly made them upset since
By
well,
informing them they would die.
they tried to kill you, and apparently they failed, which was their mistake.
Well, the way that went down was we came through a portal, we asked where we were, and then your trolls got all uppity with us.
I believe you need to roll a deception check for that one.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, Walker, but you're lying through your teeth.
Okay,
As
I can
Thodrian's
do that.
wandering around checking out the rest of the place.
God, does that mean I'm visible?
Very good one.
They can see me. Shit.
We
Wow.
popped through a portal. We asked the trolls where we were. They got uppity with us, so they had to die.
That's actually a pretty good deception roll. Can she beat it? Of course they didn't. Oh no, they did give her profession. They did give her
Proficiency?
Oh!
How close?
She rolled a 20.
Ah, damn it.
With a +6 to the check.
And here I was thinking we might actually pull this shit off. Never mind.
Is it close enough that she's kind of rolling with
by
it?
7, bro.
No, nat 20. She
What
just
did
blew
you?
right through
What
that.
did you? Well, Billy, what did you pass her demonic or liquor?
Yes, I'm even giving the guards some if they want some.
Oh no!
Hold on. I'm gonna make an insight check to see if I would just understand immediately that's what he's doing. And I'm going to look at the ones he's giving the liquor to and go, "It will not kill you, but will be extremely painful and discomforting."
She actually lifts it. She sniffs it. Ah. You're the distiller we ripped the recipe off of.
You owe us money for
Sets
that.
the demonic or liquor down and picks up a different drink.
Okay.
Hold up! She stole the recipe?
Yep.
Okay,
I'm killing her. I'm killing her.
Oh.
Before
Why
we
are
get
you
there,
killing her?
Before we
She
get
just
there,
admitted she stole my fucking recipe.
No, she admitted they stole your recipe. There's a
All right,
difference.
then I'm killing her guards, then peeling her. She's going to tell me who to find.
sit down.
Or you could
Sit
talk
down.
to her.
Can I just pop in? Like, can we ask who?
You
who
stay
stole
out of
it?
sight. You.
That's why I'm kind of like popping my head like around Dodry and just like, can we ask who stole it?
Yes, I believe you'll find him in my basement. There's this annoying little dwarf.
Jim will turn around and look at Billy and go, "Go have fun, Billy."
I'm walking out after that fucking dwarf. I will
I'm
take
gonna-
care of this stew.
I'm going
So-
No, the dwarf's got to die for the cause, Martin. The dwarf is gone. The dwarf has got to die for the cause.
So
I'm sure
going to
that
run
you
and
understand. I'm sure that you understand that an organization as large and as diverse as the cult, well, we don't always row in the same direction, if you catch my drift.
Oh, yes, which is exactly why we are here.
And these fellows who stole your recipe, Mr. Brewbuckle, if I remember your name correctly, now that I know where to know it from, and who, I might add, raided your camp, raided your barracks, raided your training grounds, in fact, if I recall correctly, those individuals are not under my command.
So-
if you could point them
knowing-
in this
Now I'm
direction.
confused about which way Billy's gonna be going.
hold on, guys. Knowing what we're capable of, what is it that you're actually offering us?
Well,
you
for a
think that-
start, I'm offering to just let you leave here alive.
I'll take it.
That's the bare minimum. Don't get me wrong. I'm starting from the perspective of I don't want to fight you. You'll probably
That's
kill
a-
me, and I would prefer not to be dead.
That is a very healthy perspective to
Neither
have.
would
That
would
is.
these gentlemen here with me. I'm sure that we could take at least one of you with us.
Possibly, but
I wouldn't
some of us
really
have died
wish to
before.
find. I'm really not that interested in the metaphysics of who would live and die, in order to test who amongst us would be the living or the dead. So I prefer that all of us walk away alive.
I do
I would like
appreciate
that too.
I do appreciate you're willing to engage in the more pleasurable aspect of this.
So,
As it
since
stands,
we are all on the same page here,
Billy, stop.
A dwarf is
we're all
getting
the
peeled, damn it.
Yeah, the dwarf's
since we're
dead.
all on the same page here, and we've established where you guys got the demon or liquor recipe from and all that, we killed your trolls and all that fun stuff. Would you be willing to trade information on top of us all walking away from this in more or less one piece?
well, Unfortunately, it does seem that I find myself at a little bit of a disadvantage, given that Mr. Brewbuckle has already stormed off, which suggests you've already found the good people in my basement.
Yes.
I'm gonna pop my head around Dojin again, saying that was me, and then immediately go back to pleading for Billy to stop. Like Billy, that was me, Billy.
Well,
please stop, Billy, please. Oh my God, please stop.
In
Which-
his defense, he was chained in your basement, so
Well, yes.
assuming that,
he was working for individuals whom I hold in lesser regard than yourselves.
Billy, please stop moving. Come on.
can I
Does the
ask
Mewling
Billy to
does the
hold?
Mewling one recognize that he's trying to save the life of a cultist? I mean, I know I'm begging for my own life right now, but at the same time...
Oh, no, he wants to keep the dwarf as a pet.
Is it possible for me to, holler down at Billy to hold off for a second?
No, Billy did a fuck you.
Well, he can holler. Whether or not Billy listens to the hollering of Walker going, hold it for a minute.
What would it take for him to beat a persuasion? Assuming that I rolled a persuasion for Billy.
Part of it would come down to my rule of players are not bound to player dice rolls unless they agree to being bound to them. Billy, are you willing to be bound to a player versus player persuasion check?
For the sake of making this interesting, yes.
Okay, persuasion versus persuasion?
Persuasion versus, on his part...
Wisdom.
Either a wisdom save or an insight check, whichever is better for you.
Alright. I'll roll my persuasion. Ooh, that's ugly. That's ugly.
That's a dead
Oh my fuck.
Oh,
That's
He's a
dwarf.
dead man.
So,
Billy's
Jim
able to
Jones
slap
was-
that the fuck down.
Yep.
God damn it.
can I just?
Did we get her name?
Yeah,
She
we
is
did.
Talus.
Palace?
All right.
All right.
Unfortunately, I don't think I can rein in my companion.
Yes.
I don't see why that's a problem. I have no particular use for the dwarf now.
Now, Miss Dallas, while we are here and we all wish to leave here alive, there is some information we need that we believe you have.
So,
And there is, of course, some people in your organization that you are not too happy with and could probably point us in the right direction. We leave you alone, you leave us alone, we get what we need, you get what you want, we are all happy, yes?
exactly.
Of course.
What time do I get back with the soup?
So, what
You're
we're looking
probably
at right
passing
now.
a very determined Billy stomping
Can you
towards
stop him?
you. With
Oh, no,
Martin
that
going,
dwarf's
no,
being-
stop.
That dwarf's getting curbed. That dwarf's getting a curb stomp. Martin, you're not saving that dwarf.
Please, we could use him. Do you realize how
No,
good?
your pet dwarf is dead.
Hey,
We
Mark,
can
You're
use
gonna
him.
have to beat. You're gonna have to beat a 21 insight with a persuasion. I don't think
I
you got
will
it.
try. I will try.
hey, Martin,
Yes.
just take a
We'll
quick
find
look
you
at
a new
what weapon
dwarf.
I used.
Yes, I saw it, but we could use him. I'm gonna try to stop you.
We,
Doing it. Whoa!
Wow! Holy shit!
Oh!
He rolled a decent persuasion.
I won't eat that 20. I am desperate to stop this.
we can
Billy,
get you a new pet
Does
dwarf.
Billy accept it though? Does Billy
Please
accept it? Because I
don't.
hollered at him,
Please.
and now he's got Martin hollering at him. Billy, what do you say? Come on, what do you say?
This thing.
You literally have a blubbering mess of Martin at your feet.
I know,
He's-
but at this
he's
point,
probably
I-
hugging a
Blubbering is
leg,
souring the
honestly.
taste of any victory you could have over abusing this poor dwarf.
I mean, I just want to point out, we just got completely derailed by the pet dwarf.
I know.
Well, here's-
We were
Yes,
on
yes,
track
yes,
and we were doing good, and now your pet dwarf has derailed us for the last 15 minutes.
Yes.
Here's the interesting part. This is where my ideals and bonds play with. When was the last time you fought beside me?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Well,
The
technically
troll-
he was
the troll's
beside
actually-
you.
The trolls
Technically,
actually.
he was beside you.
No, Martin did not. Martin did not actually retreat from the trolls until Rise's internet fucked up. He was actively trying to participate. So
that's where my ideals kick in.
Yep.
Which are when people follow orders blindly, they embrace a kind of tyranny. This guy, now I have Martin ordering me.
Is he ordering you or is he begging you?
I'm begging.
All right.
I'm not ordering. I'm begging.
I have someone downstairs.
We could use him. We can use him. We can use him
downstairs that has absolutely disrespected, dishonored me.
I get
by
that.
Stealing my pride in my recipe.
Billy, listen to me. If we keep him as a pet, you can abuse him over time to make up for that. And we can still
Martin
use
should
him.
know that's what you do to him.
Yes.
So
I'm literally going down the route of let's make him our slave because we are already chaotic bastards. We've already established that we are Nazis.
Martin, what's your alignment?
Awful evil.
Yeah, slavery.
You would be against taking slaves.
He's
because
lawful
of the lawful
evil.
aspect of it. I don't.
A lawful slavery.
No, I wouldn't. Not necessarily, because I could see it as a contract.
Yep, an indentured servant or a.
Yeah,
It's okay because by the time Billy is done thumping Martin's skull against the staircase as they march down the stairs, they arrive at an empty kitchen.
He's
There's
gone.
no dwarf there.
No. I will find that. I will find the dwarf. I am making him my property.
I'm tracking him.
It's fine. We both are. I mean, I'm with you on this one.
So, assuming that
Okay. So Martin and Billy are off on a wild goose chase. Martin and Billy are off on a wild goose chase.
Yep,
They're on side quests, which we can address later.
back to the negotiations.
Back to the negotiations.
We're actually a plot.
I have said, fuck this plot. This dwarf is mine. God damn.
So back to the negotiations.
I'm doing exactly what Thodrian is being said to have done. I actually have pinched the bridge of my nose a couple of times over this shit. I mean,
we're negotiating.
So Talus is talking with those of you who aren't obsessed with a fucking random dwarf NPC who literally got a fucking paragraph of description.
So, we're wanting to know a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know, because I found some documentation about Parnast. I want to know what's going on at Parnast. And I want to know if there's a code word for the portal stones to get us back where we came from.
Well, if you want to go back where you came from, she trivially gives you the passphrase, because after all, that would get you the hell out of her hair.
Understandable.
Of course, if you did that, then you would completely miss catching up with, let me go recheck the fucking names.
Because, of course, she knows exactly what we're looking for.
Well, she knows exactly who you would have been chasing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and what was that noble's fucking name? I want his ass.
He's just the noble.
Which noble?
The original one that hired us and ran off.
I will have to go look that up because I forgot, because it's been a long while.
Because I remember he ran off and...
He ran off and he actually ended up joining the cult. I know.
Yeah.
I remember.
We're also looking for that noble.
Race Scatterhawk.
Yeah, that one.
I want his ass. He owes us money. And he's
she knows nothing about him.
Okay, so she's willing to give us the phrase, presumably the right
She's willing
phrase
to
to
give
open
you
the
the
portal.
correct phrase to send you back through the portal and get you the fuck out of her hair.
Mm-hmm.
She's also willing to tell you that Resmer, the person you've been chasing,
Right.
would have, if he had come through, if he was not at the castle when you raided it, must have come through the portal but never come to the hunting lodge.
Okay.
And Trespin would have not told her about it if he told Trespin not to tell her. Trespin being the troll guy who ambushed you.
The four-armed troll.
So he must have come through and told Trespin not to alert her to his presence. In which case he would have proceeded at all speed to Parnast in order to link up with the with the Cloud Giant Castle. And what she can do for you all is provide wyverns to fly you to the castle.
That would be most agreeable.
Okay, I'm willing to do that. Is there a price that she needs for that? Is there a trade that we need to do?
We don't try to kill her and we get the fuck out of here.
Don't try to kill her. Leave her alone. Just stop fucking with her shit.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, we
stop
don't
doing what
fuck
we're
up her
doing.
shit. Yeah.
Just
Fuck
walk
off.
away. Just walk away. We get wyverns and we leave, and everyone walks away alive.
Yep.
Pretty much. Her goal is she would love to have more power in the cult. That much is obvious. That's her ambition oozes off of her.
Mm-hmm.
But so does her desire to not be dead, because a dead person can't enjoy their success.
And if we fuck this guy up, that opens up a slot for her to move up.
You do get the vibe that she's fairly confident that, especially with, Martin and Billy wandering off to go chase down a dwarf, so she's split your ranks.
Yeah.
You get the vibe that she's confident that she might be able to survive this, but not so confident that she wants to risk it if she doesn't have to.
Yeah, and
she'd rather play the game.
With Billy and Martin gone, I don't think we have the leverage to try to get a letter of writ from her, which was going to be my next move. Hey, if we ever get caught by cult people, we just go, hey, we got a letter.
Honestly, I'm willing to roll with what we've got right now. I'm willing to roll with the deal we got.
Yeah.
For those in the room.
Yeah.
Are there any objections? Because obviously the other guys are distracted, either begging for lives or looking to take lives.
Martin wants to pack.
We're both looking for him. We're just going about it for very different reasons.
Yeah. And you're both about to get left behind because we're getting wyverns.
She is able, on top of all of that, she's able to give you the appropriate passphrase to bypass the castle's outer defenses.
Ooh, very nice.
So that you can successfully land on the castle. But after that, you're on your own.
Now, does she know anything? Does she know anything particular about the man we're after that would help us in removing his head from his shoulder and inserting it about 12 inches up his ass?
He's a half-dragon. He will at least have one, if not more, cloud giants protecting him, and also any number of fanatical devotees of the cult.
Okay. That's pretty standard. I can work with that. I'm willing to let her live. I'm willing to walk away without blowing anything up right now. We've got we've got a shit ton of information. We've got transportation.
Yep. I think we nailed it.
All we got to do is walk away.
So Jim Jones will pour everyone one parting drink. And
not demon liquor.
No, Jim Jones doesn't carry demon liquor.
Okay, this is regular drink.
Yep. Not the dilute alcohol, actual like brandy or whatever flask he grabs.
Stuff.
That's not the dilute.
To the deal, and ominous dominus. I think we're good.
And then, as they leave, Jim Jones implies maybe one day he'll be back to give her a roll in the hay, because that would be a fun experience.
Her only response is a little bit of a giggle as you guys try and figure out what the hell happened to Billy and
Oh, I'm sure we'll see them as we're flying. Then we can land and pick them up.
Just assume a couple trees are on fire, because I'm pretty sure Billy would have lit a torch at this point.
Yep. Are you really going to ignore your party members and just keep going? And
blind and unreasoning.
No,
it's
not
his
you,
flaw.
not you. The rest of the party. Are Brune, Walker, Jim Jones, and Thodrian willing to just abandon Billy and Martin up here?
No, we gotta find them.
I'm sure as we're flying on the Wyverns, we'll see them, be able to land, corral them, get them on Wyverns, and then get on our way.
Yeah, we need
to. If that's
to.
the case, Billy has a proposal. You see that dwarf, you pick him up and drop him about 300 feet in the air.
Well, that is a perfectly acceptable deal.
We just pick him. We'll pick him up. We make him our property. We make him our property.
Martin.
So we keep Martin and Billy at opposite ends of the formation once they're picked up.
Yep.
Even though Martin was like within 10 feet of finding the dwarf when he gets snagged out of the air. Or into the air.
I'm just gonna be screaming, he's right there! He's right there!
I rolled a 2 on a D100, so I'm cool either way. We either drop him or we just,
we make him our slave.
No.
Make him our slave.
No.
And he's not trustworthy. He already snuck off.
We need somebody to watch after Donkey, don't we?
The donkey was left over 1,000 miles away.
Donkey's watching the swamp fortress.
Logistics.
How the hell am I gonna get the donkey?
I'm thinking long term here.
And this is where you all get the surprise of your life by looking back and seeing a reversal of fortunes. There's the luggage dangling underneath of Sniffles as she's flying after you guys.
Yes! And of course, Jim Jones leans over. That's a good girl.
Fuck, I forgot to say
I'm gonna scream to Sniffles. Mommy wants you to throw the luggage up here and go find that dwarf. Bring him to us.
Martin,
I forgot
I want to stress that, just as character interactions, you put that dwarf in the party, Billy's gonna kill it. Period.
He's got a point.
If I can convince him.
No, you can't. He's going to kill it. No, he's going to kill it. He's going to kill it.
Here's the thing, though. If he tortures him close to death, and then we let him live to heal up, he can effectively kill him many times. Or no, better yet, I have the homeopath potion. It is brought me back to life.
Let Martin go crazy for a minute, and then let him come back to sanity.
I'm convinced that the homeopath potion can bring him back to life, so that Billy can kill him. I can bring him back to life, and we have a slave.
One, you have a paladin in the party, so slave no good. 2, I'm a hedonistic priest, slave no good. 3, Billy will kill it. You don't get this pet dwarf. Find a new one.
Billy, when we run into him, did the man steal it or reverse engineer it? And how close did he get it to yours? Could do a collaboration and make something better in the future if he's really as talented as you are.
That's why I was saying we could use him!
He dishonored my name and did not even consult me. It's a disrespect to dwarves.
He is a dwarf. That seems like a dwarf thing to do.
And thus you would know...
I'm gonna look over at Jim and just say, "Alright."
And thus you would know the morality and the level of disrespect for him to take my recipe. It's borderline shaving off a dwarf's beard.
I feel like I just need to let them hash this out for themselves.
Yeah.
While I sit here and figure out where I should even be dropping them.
By the way,
hang
on, I completely forgot. I actually did want to grab one of those heavy crossbows.
Oh, of course. Fair enough.
This is
Oh, and
Does
random
not-
question: does the flight count as a short rest?
No, because of how annoying Martin is.
Damn it! Thanks, Martin. I don't know what my spear is now.
Maybe if you help me convince
Nope.
Billy.
Nope. I'm not going to participate in making a slave. Especially
I
a
can't
slave
blame
that
them
will
on
be
this.
murdered in its sleep.
I really can't blame them on this.
Shit.
I'm just gonna pout. I'll shut up, but I'm gonna pout.
We'll find you another dwarf to make a pet out of, all right? You've got
So-
three in the
But
party.
will that dwarf be as nonchalant about me just casually mentioning I've died before?
That sounds like
You got-
every dwarf you've ever met so far, honestly.
I mean,
Yeah.
You've got three
present
in the
company
party, and none of us
included,
are impressed.
that's fairly standard for you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, that's actually fair. Yeah. Okay. Okay, fine. I will still pout, but I would accept that.
I
To
respect
Parnas
this.
before you take a crossbow bolt to the throat.
Well,
Oh,
thanks
dude,
to the
you've
fact that
read
you
me
have
before.
wyverns, you get to skip over Parnast.
Yay! We're going straight to the thing. Oh,
Which is also a
yeah.
good thing because of the fact that they had already what the fuck? Sorry, they tried to do some shit to me.
Ooh, we're
The
really
frost.
tiny.
Frost giants.
Doodle
Frost
giants.
giants. Why would it be frost giants? Shouldn't it be
I
cloud
have
giants?
no idea. I'm just throwing something out there. I don't know.
By
I'm
the
honestly
way,
just wondering why the numbering starts at 6.
because screw you.
The
And you know, honestly, in a lot of ways, I feel like this is a perfect point to go, hey, catch you all in the next session.
Yeah.
On the
Yes.
other hand, I get the feeling that some of y'all just want to keep playing. So what's
I'm
the opinion
down
of the
to
players?
go either way, honestly.
I have
Well,
to work in the morning.
Yeah,
This
and
is at GM's
I have to go into
discretion.
work in the morning. I mean, I
All
only
right,
have to be
I'm
there
hearing
for a little
enough
bit,
players
but-
go, I would love to keep playing, but work. That it sounds like a good idea to go ahead and call it. We're actually at a beautiful breaking point right now. We've completed all but the last chapter. We're in the last chapter, ladies and gentlemen. We're here.
back
We've
on the plot.
arrived.
We're back on the plot.
We are back on the plot in all of the plotty ways. It's beautiful. I love it. You love it. Everyone loves it. And we will get to finish this up next time on Hoarding Dragons.
All right.
And after having just had that beautiful exit, I now have to stop and find the actual exit screen. There we go. There we go. And now we're out. You can still hear me, but we're out. And now you can't even